What is up? What is good? Happy Saturday. Straight Savage Podcast, 10:30. Actually having some technical difficulties right now, man. We got a guest coming tonight, man, but I gotta get him in the studio. It's the Captain's Corner. A guy I've been seeing for at least about 2 years now. Does a lot of G.I. Joe and definitely does a lot of Valorverse content. He's coming on as a guest tonight, but he's having a little bit of trouble getting in the studio here. So we gonna talk regular business. Of course, you know, we'll have the interview with my man Cap, and we'll talk latest toy news, which I only have one thing really today, and it's the Steel Brigade from Valorverse for the Zolo Con exclusive. If you guys got anything else, maybe we could converse before we go on the interview with Cap. That'll be cool also. So let's see who we got in the chat here so we can shout the people out. Krusty Old Crow said something before the chat started. I've been tracking the Captain. His reviews are A+. Yeah, man. He really loves G.I. Joe and Valorverse. Hustle! What's going on with you, fam? He said, tell the Captain. I said, I'm trying to get the Cap here, man. It seemed like his ship might have docked at the wrong dock. Paul rolled up and ready. I hear you on that, Paul, man. I hear you on that. Smoking and loking. Legend Series, what's going on with you, family? Tony, I actually thought, man, you had to I thought you had to actually do something tonight, man. But I guess the wrestling show ended early, man. How did that go for you, brother? BX Medic 33, what's up, Savage Cap and everyone? Both you gentlemen are doing a great job on your channels. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Greg Archer says, I'm awake tonight, checking in. Appreciate that, Greg, man. Appreciate that, brother. Always appreciate you, man. Always praying for you too, family. Frank at the Savage Land in chat. What up with you? Jamie Lynn, what's popping with you, family? What is going on, man? I'm trying to hit Cap on Instagram now and try to get him in here, try to get his ship going the right way. Let me see if I can send a link to his email. But, man, how you guys been doing tonight, man? Hopefully your guys' week has been good. Mine's has been great, man. It's been cold, snowing, ice storm. How the rest of y'all been doing out there? Cornelius, what's going on, my brother, man? Hey, look, I need to get with you too, fam. I need to get with you too, fam. Maybe we'll set up a time for you to come on Straight Savage, man, and because you've been putting in work too. And that was the whole point of bringing Cap on here tonight, man, because I want to shine some light on some guys I don't think the rest of the community shine light on. Lynn, what's going on with you, family? Sorry about that. I'm on my phone asking Cap, do I need to send link to email? Sorry about that. Jason, what's going on with you, family? You all right? I'm pretty sure I sent him to the right room here. But yeah, man, just I guess we'll go ahead and while I'm trying to get Cap in on the right link here, man. I'll pull up the Steel Brigade from ZoloCon. Let me see. Rodney Will 504 Gmail. Now, my apologies for this, fellas, man. Let me just try to get my man in here so we can get on with his interview. Copy link. Let me go to my Gmail. Let me pull up this while we wait. Let me pull up this Steel Brigade. It's Steel Brigade is Steel Corps. Steel Corps is G.I. Joe, I believe. pull that up right quick and go to my Gmail. Try to get Cap over on in here. I should have just sent it to his email earlier, man. I was tripping on that, man. I just sent him over the link. All right. And let me go to this other one. And like I said, fellas, my apologies. Give me like 1 minute so I can get my man in here. Ooh. But in the meanwhile, how do y'all think? How y'all like this? This Steel Brigade trooper? How you guys been feeling about that in the chat? Let me write this down. HTTPS. All right, I'm sorry about that, man. I had to send this over to Cap, man. Let me go through the comments here. Boom, boom, boom. Do. Okay, so we're gonna start with Paul. He says we had an earthquake on Friday off the coast of British Columbia. Damn. Wow. You Paul, I believe you Pacific Northwest. Legendary says, look like I'm going to ZoloCon for this, guys, laughing out loud. It does look good to me. I do like it. I like the colors. I believe the helmet is vac metal, and it looks good. If I was going to ZoloCon, I would grab one. Be quite honest with you. I like the colors on it. My man Chris, he didn't really like the colors on it because the boots had like a brown or tan, and the gloves kind of have the same thing. But I like that. That's kind of reminds me of like some tan Tims. You know what I'm saying? Like that navy blue, that blue color is like a neutral color, man. So it looks real good, man. I like it. And with the vac metal helmet, it's pretty cool. I'm usually not a huge Steel Brigade or Steel Corps guy, but I did like the all black ones. the night ones that came out with Big Bad Toy Store. I did like those. I don't think it's a bad figure, but I think the original ones that came out with Valaverse, those were I didn't like the colors on those. So I do like the figure, but sometimes you got to be careful on the colors on them. But as far as the white ones, the black ones look good. The original one, but this one I like this. I like this. This is dope right here. Figure of Action Review said, "Oh, Valaverse definitely dropped some fire figures." Let me hit Cap and said I just sent to email, so hopefully he can tap in here soon, because he should be able to jump right on from that link. Cornelia Smith says it looks great. BX Medic says this is my first look at it, but it looks good. It does. Greg Archer, it does look better than Hasbro's, especially the original one. The second one that came with the Twilight Guard is not bad, but this is still the better looking figure when it comes to those steel core guys. Benji, what's going on with you, family? Joe Dirty says, I hope Valaverse coming to North Carolina for a con. I think they were. I don't know if they already came, but I thought they said they were going to do something in the near future. Lynn said, is this figure on the big buck? That I do not know. I do not know if they like maybe put it on that Atlas buck or not. That would be dope. Give a different size of steel brigade. That would be dope, man. I never thought about it in that form, but it doesn't look like it to me. It looks like it's still in the same one, but I'm not 100% sure. That backpack looks dope. I like that. I like that silver backpack. Infinity Toy says it looks good. I'm digging the loadout. Figure of Action Reviews. I feel you get your money's worth with this Valaverse because all that comes in the pack, unlike with G.I. Joe, well, they just started giving you more hands. Yeah. And like I said earlier, as far as G.I. Joe with the Steel Brigade or Steel Corps, you know, they just never hit the mark on that figure at all. The second one is a little bit better, but of course, Valaverse still tops it on the two. Bobby Wall, man, Bobby, I gotta stop calling you Bobby's World. I don't know why I be fucking saying that, because I think of the cartoon from the 90s, but it's Bobby Wall, and I hear your name throughout the community, but I be calling yo Bobby's World. So I gotta stop saying that shit. I finally said Bobby Wall. Savage, the AI video stuff you've been doing is pretty awesome. I got big plans for that, Bobby. I got big plans for that, man. I love it, man, to be quite honest with you, man. That is some cool looking thing. I know I probably threw people off with the thumbnail, and I know in this community there's not a lot of sports guy. I'm a sports guy, so I put Allen Iverson up there just trying to be funny, but it's just really standing for AI. So if you guys haven't watched my latest video, it's a short video, but I just wanted to play around with some artificial intelligence and mess around with some good pictures that I took and some good thumbnails that I've had over the past year, and just kind of get my chops up and just mess around with it. So I compiled them together, made like a little 4-minute video. You got about 2 minutes of footage, man. But I'm telling you, the 2 minutes of that AI footage, man, would probably take me 2 days in stop motion. You know what I'm saying? Trying to mess around with that, man. So I'm definitely feeling the AI. I don't feel a way about it. Of course, I'm not stealing anybody's work because it's my work being put to life. And if somebody says, "Oh man, you're lazy with it," I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather lift something with a hydraulic power like a Bobcat than try to get 10 men to lift that shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's basically what it comes down to. You got to embrace the future a little bit. BX Medic says, yeah, Tom, we're gonna have a good time. Tone, we're gonna have a good time, no doubt. Joe Dirty says, I like the figure and the backpack. Yeah, the backpack is dope. I didn't watch the video, Benji, but I seen that they put up a video of it. It says, I saw the video, Steel Brigade looks hard. That gold-headed officer looks even harder. I'm gonna have to check out that video, because I think it's nothing but like 2 minutes. Let me I might. Okay, I might have to. I might have to copy and paste and send Cap a link. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to invite Gmail. Let's do that. Just give me 1 second, guys, so I can get my man Cap in here. Send to his send him over this link here, man. Sorry about that, fellas. But we're gonna have Cap on in a second here. There we go. All right, we might be finally getting Cap. BX Medic says Steel Brigade is great army builders. BX Medic says looks like the Vanguard driver buck. If it is, it looks a hell of a lot better. I'll tell you that. And probably because the loadout on it. Woody, what's going on with you, fam? TF Hustle, what's going on, man? Oh, Bobby, okay, so don't worry about that. I grew up, everyone called me a head, doesn't affect me, man. Yeah, man, I just had to apologize because I could not help. I was like, every time I was saying Bobby's World. Javier, what's going on with you, family? Okay, we just got Cap to pull up right here. We got my man Cap in. Let me pull Cap in. Let me pull this. You good? Can you hear me, Cap?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. What's going on with you, fam, man? Hey,
what's up, my brother?
Hey, nothing much, man. I should have pulled you in a little bit earlier. I said 10:20, but I should have said 10 o'clock, man. I didn't know. And what I did, man, I had to send that link, man, straight from the live here, man. So that was more like a hot link, man. So my apologies on that. But ladies and gentlemen, we got Cap in, man. I'm mad, man. I couldn't bring you in, man. Like you know, like you way you supposed to be brought in, man.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's all good. I appreciate it, man. For real, man. I really appreciate the love, man. It was just rough weather. Had to move the ship through a little ice and all that, but we made it. We here, you know what I'm saying? We here. Yeah, man.
I was joking when I was like, yo, Cap, his ship hit the wrong dock, man. We gotta go down there and get him, man. Pull him in, man. But, hey,
yeah.
Glad to have you here, man. My whole, like I said, it's good to meet you and finally talk with you. We've been saluting from afar for quite a while now, man. So it's good to have a conversation with you, man. We just gonna have a good time. I'm going through now, which I know you're a big Valorverse guy. I'm going through now the Steel Brigade that's coming out on Zolocon.
Oh, okay.
So that's what we're talking about now. So we're going to do a small little toy news, man, and then we're going to get in your interview. I got 21 questions for you, Kat, when we do your interview. Just kind of spread them out across. Just kind of get to know you and try to put people onto your channel as well, family, man. Let me go back to the chat. Let me see, because I got some people in the chat talking here. People saying, what's up with you? My man Hustle SM says, what up, Cap?
Yeah. What's up?
BX
Salute,
Medic
salute.
says,
Yes,
"What's up,
sir.
Cap?" And
What's
Swift Shot the
happening?
Autobot says, "What's up to you?" Also, Cap.
Yeah, yo, what's up? Yeah, y'all had a great show, man. That's a good co-host there, man. For real.
Hey, appreciate that, man. That's little bro. That's little big bro right there.
That's right. That's right. That's what's up.
What I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up this Zolocon Steel Brigade Cap. It might cover us up, but you'll still be able to see it. And won't you give your thoughts
Yeah.
and elaborate on how you feel about it? Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, I seen it.
All right, let me go
I
back
did
to
I
it
did
and
a
there you go right there. So Cap, what you think about this Steel Brigade from Valorverse?
I like it. I think like I did a kicking it with the Cap today, and I was saying like I know it's gonna be a lot of controversy because they have like the same type of like shoulder pads as the GI Joe what's the name of them? The Steel Corps.
Yeah,
But
the folders.
yeah. So I see it's like kind of like like that, but I like it. I see that he played with the what do you call that? The gun metal? What is that? That
Back metal.
back metal? Yeah, the
Yeah,
back metal. I see he played with that, and he had teased that a little while ago. So I mean, it's cool. I like the backpack. It's something different, but this is all a new. This is the Series 5 body there. So I don't know.
yeah,
I mean, it's an
yeah.
upgrade on the guns and stuff, but it's all right. I like it. It's all right.
Okay, so because somebody just said they think it's the driver's body, and I said if it is, then they did a good job masking it. But the driver is Series 5, but I guess that Vanguard driver always kind of throws me off because of the head. But it still was
Yeah.
a great body, but I just didn't think it had any overlays on it. But what just reminded me that it is Series 5, because I looked at the boots and I
Yep.
looked at how they're made, and if it's that, yo, then you know what? It's awesome, because the
Yeah.
old one wasn't bad, but that new body for those
It's a
troopers,
little bulkier. It looks a little
yeah,
puffier to me. Like I like the new body.
yeah,
Touch
yeah,
them, and they can fit with the older body, but it's a little loose. It's not
yeah.
as tight. Like yeah, it's not a tight fit, but it's not a bad fit. But it's
Did
cool.
they switch up the helmets?
Nah, it looks the same. I think it's just the back metal.
I was trying to see if I got one out here, but I don't, because I don't have many Steel Brigade. I only just got the Night
Nah, I think
Series.
it's the same. So that I never tried to put like the night vision on the actual other Steel Brigade. So this fits this one. That be a change. I don't know if night visions fit in the other ones. I never tried.
Let me see.
And that's the
Let me
new
go.
night vision.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, man, it comes with comes pretty much your standard rifles, pretty much your standard loadout. I think the biggest thing about this is they changed up the buck on it, which that buck is phenomenal. To be quite honest with you, that's a great moving body, man. And then far as like the colors on it, I'm feeling it, man. Like I was saying earlier, a partner of mine had a problem with the colors. He thought they were off, but I said them brown boots, even though there's nothing else brown on it, but the gloves, them brown boots, almost like a set of tan Tims. You know what I'm saying? Like they get a neutral color.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And I like the vest. The vest is cool too. I just like, different things, because I kick bash so much stuff. I like to, swap. So I like a different vest, and I like the backpack too.
Yeah,
The other backpacks, it really a different backpack. And he has some other ones with the strap coming out or whatever, but I don't know. But this is cool. It's a
yeah,
cool
yeah, yeah.
upgrade.
It's pretty dope. Is that the only thing they showed today, or they got something else?
No, I think that was it.
Okay, okay. Broby One Kenobi says, "What up, Cap?"
Did like one. What's that?
Says, What was you saying? Before I cut you off. You were saying something else about a figure.
Oh, I'm not. I don't think I would actually like build a lot of them. I would use them for like a leader or something. I wouldn't get a whole bunch of them. I'll probably get like maybe 4 or something, or like a little elite force of them or something, or have them control the rest of the Steel Brigade, because there's so many factions of them, the desert and this and that. It's like, so I would just have, the leaders of it or whatever, or a little elite fashion or something.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, man, with army building, man. Like I don't really go crazy like that anymore. For one, for space, but like something like that, it's just not like I'm so crazy attached to it, but it is a good looking figure. I would get 5 of them, 4 or 5, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the most, but
yeah.
Even one would be cool
again,
to lead some others.
And then again, I say that now, but some figures, when you get them in hand, it's like, oh, wait a minute, you know what? Maybe I should double back and get some more, you know what I mean? So I don't know. That might be one of those,
Hey, this one right here is one of those, and because it's the same figure, that new buck, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
the new trooper and shit.
Yep.
Like that's one I was like, I need to double back, but I only got one, but I'm gonna double back and get me some more of them joints. You know what I'm saying? And
I'll grab one too.
Yeah, and it surprised me, man. It moves like butter. Yeah. It's real good. It's got a good, man. It's just good, man. It's nothing too crazy about it, but like I said, if that Steel Brigade is on this, man, then shit, this is where it's at. Really, to be quite honest with you.
That's the one. I believe that's the one, right?
It is. Hector Mendez says, "Yo, see, Cap, man, you got some people in here, man, that be checking you, man. Man, I've been seeing you, man, and like I said, man, I've been seeing this brother for a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, he need his flowers for real, man, because you play a good clean game too. You know what I'm saying? You keep your jersey.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah,
feel me?
I appreciate.
It's all about the toys.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get into the politics and all that. You know what I'm saying? There's always politics and everything. For the most part, showing people what and people like it. Watching in COVID time, and I think you the time what happened, but then you had all and I was like, yo, I gotta follow this dude, yo. He always, you on all the taping, talks and diary. I was like, yo, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first started checking out YouTube and all that.
Appreciate it, man. You kind of breaking up a little bit too.
Oh man. Is that better?
When you was just talking to me, you was breaking up. You was breaking up quite a bit. I heard a few bits and pieces of it.
Oh man, you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You hear me now? Oh.
Yeah.
I was just saying. That's good now?
Yeah. You seem like you're coming through clear now.
Okay, cool. But I was just saying about watching those videos and stuff, back then and all of that. And that's what inspired me even more to, do stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, could you run it down again? Because I really didn't hear you. You was breaking up quite a bit.
Like around COVID time, 2019, 2020, I had seen some of your videos. There was another guy, conceited juvenile or something like that. But I don't know where he went. He left. But I was watching them and I'm like, oh, yo, this is ill. You know what I'm saying? And I already had some figures, but I wanted to do, the pod, like a podcast or even, a channel or something. And I used to see Boog, Nice, that ABC, Shadimus, Analog, all the, the top dogs in the game, you know what I'm saying? I've been there for years and stuff, you know what I mean? But,
no doubt.
When like seeing your channel and other people's channel, it's a little more like what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a little more what I'm doing, so I more gravitate to that, like, kick bash and stuff and doing things and, you know what I mean? Just having fun, man,
Yeah, instead of just the normal, which like I always say, there's nothing wrong, just the latest figure. Which if sometimes I might show off something that I just got, but I think I came into this joint wanting a little bit more to deal with the art of it, and that's why I gravitated when I first came in, because it seemed like everybody kind of come in through the same thing because they the top people. You get your ACBA, your Charlemagne Primes, you get your D Amazings. Then once you kind of go through that filter, start feeding you more stuff, then you start seeing all the people in the nooks and the crannies of the game, man. So you find out it's a lot bigger world than you thought, because I came into this motherfucker blind as hell. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know nobody, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, well, shit.
Yeah, me too.
And I was like, I got so many damn figures, shit, I need a damn show. You know what I'm saying? Just to have a little fun and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I came to it. And then you figure out, like, okay, there's a million people doing certain things, but then there's sometimes a few people not doing as much. Like, I know people put figures on a table and shit, but I'd never really seen anybody do that. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could do it more than I do. I know when I first started, I was kind of just bow, but shit started happening. But you don't see everybody kind of gravitating to that more. So that's why I wanted to latch on to, because it was more like of what I wanted to do anyway. I never really wanted to review any figures or anything. I actually wanted to just come on, do straight stop motion and make a show, because I always had an idea in my head. So I always came in this thing just like on a more of an artistic level. And I think that's why I used to watch a lot of ACBA and just watching the picture posing and that, and how the motherfuckers so technical about that shit. I'm not that fucking technical about it, but I can respect the game on it, because I almost look at it as like graffiti. You know what I'm saying? Like graffiti artists, like sometimes them niggas will be so technical, but they be like, man, that ain't graffiti, man, that's a mural. You know what I'm saying? Like it gets down to that niche of it. You know what I'm saying? So I can already respect the jokes on that.
Yeah, and that's on that. I do graffiti and all that, so I already know where you're coming from with that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and the same thing. Like I also looked at, like, there's not a lot of people of color like doing any type of YouTube channels about action figures or whatever. You know what I mean? So my thing was, I'm just gonna give out my flavor. I used to do this. I used to kick bash stuff. I used to make little dioramas out of shoe boxes, and you know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm gonna put my input in there, and I'm from the city. It's something different. People are from all over, the country and stuff. So I'm just gonna give my little take on it. But what I did was I wasn't really serious. I was just doing it because I'm like, oh, I could do that too. You know what I mean? Like, I know about figures. I know about stuff, so I was like, let me do it. And then the artistic part comes in. I'm like, yo, you're just doing this on a table. Why don't you do some type of scene or something? Like, how you just gonna be doing it like that? And I'm like, what should be the name? And I start getting into it, and little by little and little, you just keep going. And now I'm like, I'm trying to really build a channel, because so many people are, tuning in. It's not a lot, but it has grown. You know what I mean? And I respect it. And I appreciate it, so I'm trying to give them different things, like, kicking in with the cap, kick bashing with the cap, different things, because I was just doing reviews, but I'm like, I'm going to keep doing that. But what happens when I don't get action figures? You know what I mean? What are you going to do now? Now you got to, what's your channel about? What you going to do? You're going to be stuck, so you have to create other things to make people, check your channel out. What's he talking about? He do something different. Oh, he does this, let me see what he's talking about, So, and I seen that with you too. I was like, I observe everybody, and I'm like, oh, I see where he's going with this table. He got this. I said, yeah, that's how you do it. And then I seen you doing it live. I said, oh, I see what you're doing. You know what I mean? So I respect all that. I watch everybody. You know what I mean? Because you can learn from anyone. You know what I mean?
Same here. Even if I'm on some shit like where I might not even feel that person that much, but I watch everybody so much. There's always something I could gravitate to that somebody throwing it out if they throwing it out there. You feel me? And even with reviewing figures, like even though like you might not want to do it, it's a good way to kind of come into the game because it didn't take me long, but it took me a minute to get used to talking in a room with a camera. Ain't nobody fucking there. You know what I'm saying? You just sitting up talking. You have to get used to that. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people don't know. And you have to kind of get your cadence, but really your cadence, just relax, be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like
just be yourself.
Videos I did, I was sounding like different motherfuckers and shit. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing, man? Just talk, just regular,
flow.
You know? Yeah, just flow with it. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a lot. That reviewing gets your chops up though. So it is a good thing to a certain degree. And then, you know, you branch off and do go the way you want to go.
Yes, sir.
Let me take a look at this chat right quick.
Mm-hmm.
Swift shot. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna ask him that. Krusty Old Crow. That's another good guy. He said he be watching your channel too. He said, "What's up?"
Yo, what's up, Krusty Ass Crow? I'll be watching him too, man. I gave him a shout out. You know what I mean? Because he had what was it? Was it dioramas? It's a bunch of stuff, man. I always watch him too, man. And what I've learned now is I'm gonna watch people from like so that they can know I'm on the channel. Because sometimes I just watch it off TV, and you're not like giving nobody no love. You know what I mean? So I like to, you know, go on and, you know, like it and, you know what I mean, give my comment or something, you know, so it shows some love, you know, just by watching it on TV. It's like, yo, you know, it's cool, but you know what I'm saying? I'd rather, you know, show real love, like come through, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I do that as well. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might not say nothing and I'll throw a like, but sometimes I'll just throw something out there. Just say, hey, yo, I'm here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I see you. You know what I'm saying? Like I pretty much do it every. Sometimes I just go down the fucking list. You know what I'm saying? And show love like that. Even if I ain't got time to really sit up and even fucking watch it, I'm gonna come in and get you that view, get you that like, and I'm gonna say something, and then I might have to peace out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just basically showing love, man. I'm pretty sure a lot of people do that, man. But you know, I fuck with those who fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Regardless.
That's right.
Of the fact.
That's right.
Let me read this comment right quick, man. V Conley said he had to catch the replay. Hey, appreciate you, V Conley, man, for coming through.
Yeah, man. Salute, man.
My man Harvey said we'll be checking your channel. There's so many of us that need to watch new people. Tired of Savage. Laughing out loud. Hey, that's my man Harvey. He actually do and Harvey, I need to get you on here too, man. And sit down and chat with you. He does his channel in completely Spanish. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow, that's
you know what I'm saying? That shit fire. You know what I'm saying? He just basically go and do the whole review in Spanish. He'll sometimes he'll break into English too, but you can always hit the caption button on there. But his most part is try to get to people who are Spanish speaking, man. And it's basically doing the same thing we do. It's just in Spanish.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. John Caney, what's going on with you, family? 11:09. Yeah, man. So, Cap, man, what if you pick up anything new this week, man, or anything like that?
Nothing new. The only thing I did was I ordered that Jungle Hound from Gridiron. That Jeep they got.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I didn't get anything like in new person. That's the only thing I ordered. And they said they shipping that out this week. So I don't know if I'm gonna get it in a week or two. I don't know how many people ordered it or whatever. But that's it. My latest stuff was what did I get? I think Xandar in them. That was it. That was the last action figures I got.
Yeah, I got my CT Toys Webman finally came through. I think that's the only thing that came through this week. And he had some few QC issues on it, but for the most part, for what he cost, After it start costing like a certain price, I stop asking questions on some shit. Like some of the web lines ain't hanging in. You know what I'm saying? But it's still like a Mayfac Spider-Man and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I can't. But that's the only thing I got in. But that hound, I got when you get that, I know you're probably gonna do a review on it. I got to check it out because I want to see how it looks in person, man.
Yeah, man. I want to get two. Yeah, I really wanted to get two. I think it's gonna be. This is my first thing I ever bought from Gridiron. I never got anything from. I seen a lot of stuff from them, but it was like, should I do it? And I don't know. So much stuff come out, I forget about things, and it'd be like, I'm gonna get this, and wait a minute, I'm gonna order this, and I just forgot. But this time I said, you know what? I'm gonna grab one and let me see how it is. You know what I mean? I'm gonna review it, do some size comparisons with the other vehicles and stuff like that, and I'll see how it is, you know? But that's the only thing I'm really waiting. No, I'm waiting on the ramen van. Because I seen people getting those. Yeah, I'm waiting on that joint.
You get it straight from ramen?
Yeah, I got the van, the I don't know the name of it, the souped up one, the black one.
Punisher joint, yeah.
Yeah, the Punisher one. Yeah, that one. I'm gonna see how that.
I got mine from Big Bad Toy Store, so mine might be coming a little bit late. But if you ordered yours from ramen, you probably be getting yours probably pretty soon here. Be quite honest with you.
Yeah, I seen D Hunter. He had 4 of them, and they just came in. I said, you know, he goes in, he buys 4 of everything. I'm like, yo. So he had 2 white ones and 2 black ones. I'm like, yo. So I said, they popping up. So, you know, that should be something.
I'm waiting on that razor from them. That razor and that black metal. I believe it's 69 Charger. That's what I'm really waiting on. Now I ordered mine straight from them, and I got the van coming on Big Bad Toy Store. But the van is cool. I want it. Of course, I'm not really tripping on that. But that razor, I seen that shit at Joe Fest last year. Like I can't wait for that motherfucker to come. Like that shit is fire.
I know, man. I fell off on that too, man. I'm like, I gotta get that too, man. I said, shit. Yo, we asked for vehicles, right? It's like we asked for vehicles and they just went crazy. You know what I mean? It's like before there was no vehicles. Then all of a sudden it's like, yo, so many different independent companies. There's so many vehicles coming out now. I'm like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like where I'm gonna put all of this.
For your first purchase with Gridiron, you jumped up and did some big boy shit because you said you was gonna get 2 of them. That damn hound's like $200, yo. You jumped out there. It's dope. Yeah, that's fire. That's just fire.
Yeah. Because how I was thinking was like, I'm like, I might as well get 2 because I don't know how long they're gonna have it. If they're gonna have a bunch of them, you know what I mean? Is it gonna sell? So at least I'll have one in the box or whatever, and I'll just mess with one and see how it goes. You know what I mean? If I really like it, I'll open the other one, or I'll just hold it for later or whatever. You know?
Yeah. But like I said, I can't wait to see it because I think it looks better than the G.I. Joe than the R Striker. I think
me too.
I think they kind of missed on that one. I ain't gonna say it in front.
Yeah,
you know it's not horrible, but you know it's not something like setting the world ablaze. Be honest with you, I think I'm good for one because I was gonna get a couple of them if it was like because I like the little dune buggy idea. I'm not a huge dune buggy guy because that's what it reminds me of. But
me too.
Yeah, I'm just getting it for crankcase, and it'll be a nice little vehicle and shit. But I think they messed up with them small tires in the front, man. like I don't know.
Yeah. I don't even know why they just saying do the just do the OG joint. Just do it. Just do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just do it the way it is and just boom. You know what I mean? If you wanted to do another vehicle like that, you could have did that and named it something else and added whatever, or you know what I mean? That's the only thing with classified that kind of gets me. Is like I love classified. It's like sometimes it's hit and miss. It's like they won't go all the way. Like you'll get a figure. His weapons are good. He's good. Articulation, everything. His scope, everything's good. You'll get like 2 or 3 of them, and then the next one, that's it. The weapons is
Yeah.
messed up. This and that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? And then you do good vehicles, and then you just, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what happens. It's like, why don't you just put out hits? You know, that's how you make classics, you know? I just think everything is gimmick now. It's like, let me make a little bit of stuff and have them going crazy for it instead of making issue stuff. You know, they're trying to see something, you know, like nostalgia. You know, they trying to make new nostalgia, but don't understand that how you make nostalgia is by making great product. And then it becomes nostalgia because it was great, not you just making stuff, you know what I mean? And you're not really putting the full effort in everything. You know what I mean? Put the full effort, do it one shot. You'll make way more money than that. And you'll make a classic that you can sell again. That's what I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the last one that I felt like they did that to me on was Twilight Guard and the fucking loadout that they gave. They gave so much bullshit loadout. I'm like, yo, why the fuck you give me this? Nobody wants this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have took all the plastic that you made to make them that bullshit loadout, because I don't use no guns from that. Now the steel core guy, the steel brigade guy, he's decent. He's got a nice buck. Like I said, I still think the Valorverse one looks better, but you could have gave him a jetpack and just gave the Twilight Guard has a nice sidearm. He got a nice 9. He's got a dope ass sword. That's really all that nigga need. You know what I'm saying? He don't need too much more. Give him a nice little rifle or some shit like that. But they gave you like 10 bullshit guns. I'm like, man, come on, man. You thought you were looking out for me? Somebody didn't look at that.
Yeah, and on that's gun hose, the first gun hose weapons.
Yeah.
The whole loadout that we was all beefing about in the beginning. Oh, they're Nerf guns, they're this. So why would you repaint them and be like, here it is? You know, like it's a different thing. Here you go. You know, like y'all should just do away with that. Like do away with that whole mold. You don't even have to use it. You made money off gun hole. Yeah, move on. Like let that go. Yeah, you gotta make that mold no more.
You got a mold for a jetpack. Put the jetpack in the fucking pack. You got a steel core commander with no jetpack.
The commander.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, and that's the last one I kind of felt jaded on. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, they did pretty good. But that shit like that, I'm like, there was no call for that, because really that really was a hit package as far as both the figures. I think both the figures are dope. Twilight Guard, straight sleeper, but you killed that set by putting a lot of that bullshit in there where you could have took that set to the next level and sold it out in the first week if you would have had a jetpack in there. Fuck it, put 2 jetpacks in there and get a Twilight Guard, a nice little rifle, steel core, 2 nice little sidearms, you know what I'm saying, and call it a day, man. But that was just one of them things
that was and that was a kick bash. They like kick bash that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, exactly.
They kick bash that. Yeah.
There's no new mold or nothing. You just put it together. And the steel brigade was like I forgot who body it is. I want to say it's Lowlight's body, but it was somebody else's body. But that was a straight kit bashed.
Great kick bash
that you put together. But see, I think now that I think about it, I think they came across. They actually made some good figures. Like, oh shit, we were just gonna give them some kit bash bullshit. We actually made some good figures here. So I think, regardless of the fact, I think it was just some bullshit that was thrown together, and the actual figure actually turned out to be pretty fucking good. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what made me get that 2-pack, but when I finally pulled that Twilight Guard out, I was like, yo, this motherfucker's fire right here. You know what I'm saying? I started moving around, like, yo, this is dope right here. But now that you think about it, I think that whole thing was a mistake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they just said, you know what? Oh, we got these over here. Just run them and get some money for it. And, you know, I ain't mad at them, but yeah.
No, I totally feel you on that, because it had that. I know that was the one that mostly affected me, man. I was like, yeah, that was some bullshit right there. They just kind of tossed at me with them weapons. Let me see. Let me go to the chat right quick and see. Krusty O'Crow said he waiting on your he gonna be waiting on your review, man, for that Hound too.
Yeah,
Krusty,
yes, sir.
I can't believe you. I thought you maybe would have had some gridiron by now. He says he hasn't popped this gridiron cherry yet. I thought Krusty was on that gridiron.
Oh, he didn't do it yet either? You don't have nothing either?
No, but you know what, man? I'm really not a huge gridiron guy. I brought I brought a pack for my Alley Vipers, and I believe everybody waits because it costs so fucking much. But they always had good product. I won't knock them on that.
Yeah.
But I brought a pack for my Alley Vipers, and I was like, man, I think I'm good on them. But when they came out with those upgrades for the Vanguard, for the Vamp, that's when I was like, you know, that's when I finally jumped on them. So it had been like 2 years since I messed with gridiron, but I've dealt with them for a couple of years now.
Yeah, I still want to get the upgrade for that, man. I still want to do it, but I just haven't done it. And I got vamps. I got 3 vamps, 1 in the box and 2 in the box and 1 loose. But I'll just kit one up, you know. But I like to have one like regular. You know,
that's what I meant with the Stinger. I'm debating. Well,
yeah,
actually,
the Stinger.
I got 1 Stinger here, and I got 1 on order at Big Bad Toy Store. But I was going to get another one because I was going to keep 1 regular, and then upgrade 2 of them. But then I had to say, like, Mike, I was like, man, Mike, you fucking tripping, yo. Like, because I do the same thing because I got 1 in the box. So that's my 1 that's really untouched. Like all my G.I. Joe vehicles, I at least have 1 in the box, like untouched. So
yeah,
that's why I was like, man, I'm tripping.
So I do. Yeah.
The two loops I got, I'm a upgrade though. So I got 1 at here, 1 at Big Bad Toy Store. I think I'm gonna call it on the Stinger, man. But I definitely wanted to get my hands on it because I didn't know if the same thing was gonna happen with that, like what they did with the Vamp, which I think is BS. That's another BS thing. I think they should at least drop 1 again, at least for Christmas. But I guess that was it on that.
That's something I'm glad I got 2 on, because man, I didn't know that was gonna happen. I seen it and everybody was like, I'm not paying 100 for that. I ain't paying 100 for that. But me, the nostalgia grabbed me because that was like the first vehicle I ever got. Like when it came out, I got it. You know what I mean? And so it's like, yo, they did that. I'm like, let me get it. You know, I said, no, you know what? Let me get 2 of them. And I just put 1 up and I was like, let me just mess with it. And just chaos. They ain't doing them. I'm like, what? But I'm thinking maybe they will. Maybe they, I'm like, maybe they will. I don't know. But it was just chaos.
Year later. It's about exactly 1 year later. And I did the same thing because I was like, let me grab 2. But I think by the time it came around, I dropped down to 1. I wasn't going to totally not get it. I was like, nah, I can't fuck up like that. I need to go ahead and grab that because I was going to do a review on it. I never actually really did a review on it, but I was like, I at least need to grab 1. So I kept that 1, and then I seen what was happening. Like the months later, I was like, man, I'm glad I grabbed that 1. But I ended up grabbing a second one from Big Bad Toy Store and fucked around and had to pay $30 over in September. I paid like $130. I was like, you know what, fuck it. That was,
that's not bad.
It wasn't for the prices going now for like $200+ you know what I'm saying? You know, for some crazy shit. But I had to complete my collection. I was like, man, I gotta have this 1 in the box. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have that in the cut. So I tricked the 130 off on it, and it's in the cut. Like I never even opened it, but you know, for the collector and me, that's worth it to have it in my collection piece. Let me read this comment from Jay Spellbound. It says, yo, I grew up in the streets, but a huge G.I. Joe fan. I just got back into collecting about 10 months ago. Really can't talk to my friends about this. So it's dope to see some real brothers in the game. And Jay, you in the right place, my friend. Because, you know, we all, grew up running around or whatnot. And look, and I don't care if you was a square sitting in the house. You always went over to your cousin's house in the projects or wherever. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not and that's the biggest thing. And just like how you were saying early, Cap, even though like where I'm from and where you from, mostly on the East Coast, Southeast, and then you jump way over to the West Coast, you're gonna come across a large group of Black people. You know what I'm saying? But I've been all over this country. And I've truly seen that we are a minority. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been in Denver and I've been sitting up in Denver, maybe at a bar or a restaurant, and I'm the only nigga up in there. It's like 200 people, and I'm the only Black person up there just sitting looking and shit. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I've never seen that before. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a culture shock, man. So we all have a close relativeness in some way, man. But you're in the right place, man. I'm glad that you start back collecting it again, because at the end of the day, we all played with G.I. Joes, whether we were black, white, or whatever. But I just know me, my cousin, all that. We definitely in the bathtub, out in the yard, anything, man. So it's a place. It's definitely a place to connect, brother. I'm glad you're here, Jay, man. Appreciate you, man.
For real.
Let me see. Sadado says, Savage, have you seen the pictures running of the black alley viper with the CEP walls? It starts shipping overseas. Oh, you talking about the trench viper?
Yeah.
No. But you know what, man? Out of all of that shit that dropped, and they said it was coming out in October and all that, like you said, you got Xandar. Xandar wasn't supposed to come out to October. I've had him for about a month now. So all that stuff is probably about to start actually shipping. I think that was
trickling out.
Yeah, a post exclusive, man. So, we probably be seeing that. If it's shipping overseas, we probably gonna see it like April. I give it that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe May at the latest. But I think they kicked them dates out to kind of cover their ass a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of giving us a March release and it don't come out to May, they give you a September release and it comes out in May. You know what I'm saying? So just trying to cover their ass a little bit. Hector Mendez says, what you think of the Rattler? I think the Rattler is awesome. The only problem, not necessarily a problem, what it probably could end up being a problem is Baron is standing up in those stilettos. But other than that,
that's what I said. That's the same thing I said.
I'm loving it. But those stilettos, I'm not too sure about that, man. So she might have to be in the cut, but she looks great. You know what I'm saying? The figures look great. I hope I don't have the same problem I had with Wild Weasel that I had with the other figures. They felt good in quality, but something was going on with them. They felt good in quality and loose at the same time. I can't explain it. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird thing about those figures. So, but it looks good. What you think about it, Cap?
I ordered the Rattler, so I like it. I'm the same thing. I think the only thing is I hope she stands up. That's the only thing I was thinking about, and I think she looks good because what is that? Retro Baroness? They didn't really do any change to her. The Crimson Baroness is better than that one, than the OG Baroness as far as articulation. So I'm trying to see what they're gonna do with this one. You know what I mean? I'm hoping it'll be better than that one, or at least the same as that one. Or I don't know. And the Rattler, did I have that when I was younger? I think I did. But yeah, I'm dying to get that because I gotta see where I'm gonna put it anyway. So I want to get this out the way. Because I don't know what I just wanted to get it because I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one. But
yeah, I got two with plans on buying another loose one, so I can have two loose and one in the box. So I'm like, look, man. After a while, man. But you know what? The vehicles that they came out with are pretty much what I gravitate to. I've been wanting to do an episode for a minute just talking about those G.I. Joe HasLabs. I still think they're great, but it's going to get to a point with me where I'm not as much interested as the ones they drop. Like the His Tank. I love the His Tank. It's one of my favorite vehicles. Dragonfly, I wouldn't necessarily say it's my favorite, but it's a dope-ass helicopter. I can't even front on that. You know what I'm saying? And it's iconic in its own. The Rattler, I like more than the Sky Striker. If I had a choice of Rattler, Sky Striker, I'm like, yo, give me that Rattler. You kidding me? You know what I'm saying? Like, and for a minute, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, I was trying to chase the Rattler in a 3 3/4 on eBay and the Tiger Rat. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get them, but something just never worked out with it. Why I didn't win a auction with them. But those are my vehicles. And then after that, like the Whale, and that's it. I can't see myself like going crazy over anything else. Maybe I forgot the real name of the helicopter because I see them all the time. I live in Fort Bragg. It's with the 2 propellers. They lift
that's
shit.
The joint. Yeah, that's the joint right there. What was the name?
That I can't think of the damn the Chinooks. The Chinook. The GI Joe is called something else. But
Yeah, it's
the
called
real helicopters are Chinook and shit, and them shits is dope as fucking real. Like they fly over my house all the time. To be quite honest with you, them shits loud as hell.
yeah.
Paul, what's going on with you? From Hyperdrive Collection. What's up with you, family? Let me read a few comments. I'm gonna read a few more comments, Cap, man. Then I'm gonna get into the questions, man, because 11:30. I usually try to wrap up about 12:30, maybe
Okay.
12:45. You know what I'm saying? Wrap it up. So I got 21 questions for you, man, and we gonna yeah, I got too many comments to go through. Cap, let's get to your questions, fam, so people can know Tomahawk, Krusty Oak, Tomahawk.
That's that. Yeah, Tomahawk. That's right.
That's the comment I need to see. That's the comment I need to see.
Tomahawk.
But so Cap, where are you from, and how old are you, fam?
All right, I'm from Harlem, USA, baby. I'm from Harlem. Yeah, Harlem in New York City. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 52.
Nice. Okay, so you was in the heart of GI Joe, because I'm 40.
Yeah.
I be forgetting how fucking old I was in the shower the other day. I'm like, yo, how old am I?
Me too. I don't even count. I had to think about it today. I'm like, yo, wait a minute.
Exactly. I was like, man, I said, am I 41 or 42? I believe I'm 41, Cap. It's to the point now, like if I get to that 43 age, like I'm 45. And then when I get like 48, motherfucker, I'm 50. You know what I'm saying? We can just basically say that, but
yeah, that's it. Round it off.
Round it up. Round it up. But basically, man, I come from an era of G.I. Joe where I'm little bro playing with Joes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more like on your 88, 89, 90, 91. You come from the era of the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So at being 52, man, so it's truly in your heart, because a lot of times there's so many things with G.I. Joe. A lot of motherfuckers I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? I do know, but I don't maybe gravitate to them as much as the ones that's around my time. Like V2 Storm Shadow, or I think V4 Snake Eyes. You know what I'm saying? Going into Ice and stuff like that. But I'm really more of like an 88, 89 dude, because I think by the time I was fucking with G.I. Joe's like 91, 92. But I was kind of getting away from it. I was kind of going into my other shit like Turtles and X-Men and shit like that, man.
Yeah, so, 88, 89, I was on my way out.
Yeah. You older than my older brother. So what, 88, 89 shit. Yeah, you was what, about 13?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, you know, in them days right there, you know, when you get by that age, you know what I'm saying, you got they make you put them down and shit.
Yeah, you know, people hear stories about New York City and stuff, you know, crack era, all of this stuff, and you know, all that. So I came up in all of that, you know what I mean? So like when the brother was like, yo, he's from the streets, and you know, it's good to see brothers doing this, I'm like, yeah, you know, because even though we was in the hood, we still was messing with, you know, action figures and doing stuff, you know what I mean? Even if dudes had it rough or some people didn't or whatever, you know what I mean? So I get where he's coming from, you know what I mean? But yeah, when G.I. Joe came out, it was crazy. Like I didn't know about the you know, the 12-inch ones. I didn't know about them at all. You know,
we don't even reference them.
Yeah, I never even seen them. I didn't know nothing about them. I just knew about those when they came out. But what was bigger than them was Star Wars, of course, you know? So when G.I. Joe came out, I remember my neighbor, he had a couple, and just like a couple of friends just popping up with a few. You know, you see Stalker and you see this. And so when you look on the back of the card, they show everybody else. So it's like, yo, who's this dude? And it was like, who's this? And Snake Eyes, and I want to get him. And you know, the first one, they didn't really have that extra swivel. They just was like straight up, you know, and their thumbs would break a lot. Yeah. Like, I don't know why it was brittle or something, but that was the thing. And their like little crotch part would break. Like, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I see a lot of those.
Yeah, but then
broken off.
Now that I'm older, and I look back on and I do like history, and it refreshes my memory of stuff. But when you're little, you don't really know the technicalities of what's going on, and like, you know, in the industry and what's going on. You know, you just know, oh wait, these are the new ones. They move like this. You know what I mean? It's a new articulation. But we ain't say that. We were just like, yo, look, we ain't no articulation or none of that. I didn't. You know what I mean? And
no, we didn't care.
Yeah, we didn't care. Yeah, it was just like these were army soldiers, and it was just phenomenal, man. And then the vehicles, and it was just, they just took over, man. They had the articulation was so much different than Star Wars and everything else that nobody could. They just took off, bro. It just took off. That's what everyone was talking about.
Then they had that banging ass cartoon to back them up.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man. On top of that, man. Yo, when I look at it now, I'm like, they were telling us all of this crazy stuff. Terrorist organization, he's trying to take over the world. I'm like, yo, I'm a little kid listening to all of this madness. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man.
Hey, but we were different though back then, because I feel like my age was that last of a dying breed, because one of my foot is analog and my other foot is digital. And I will say this because when I came into high school, I had a pager. When by the time I left out, that motherfucker, I had a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe a year after that. You feel what I'm saying? So this
yeah.
I'm right there. You know what I'm saying? So, but we were the kids that you could leave home and you might be 12 and you might be watching two other kids and cooking fucking food and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even imagine my nephews doing that now when they were younger, or kids doing that now. You know what I'm saying? So we were just a different breed, man. You know, that 20th century, that 1900.
Man, I had keys to my house when I was 5 around my neck on a shoestring. You know what I'm saying? You put the keys on the shoestring. Boom, 5 years old. You got the key right there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, grandma ain't gonna get up and open the door. You in and out the house. Stop being in and out the house. She ain't gonna keep getting up, opening the door. You know what I mean? Take this key. You better not lose it. Put it around your neck with a shoestring. Boom, and go ahead. Go run outside. Do what you're gonna do.
But you had to be like that. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't handicapped. By technology to a certain degree. You feel me? Like,
that's true.
Call it a smartphone, but it kind of dumbed down society a little bit and shit. But next question, man. How long have you been collecting in your adult age?
6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
About what's it? 2025. I would give it about 8. You know what I'm saying? I think I jumped back in the game like 2016, because I jumped back on comic books, and then 2016 I brought one Marvel Legend, and it was just on after that. I came at a good time though, man. Yeah. To be quite honest with you.
What got me was Black Panther, the movie.
Yeah, that wave. That was some of my first figures that I was buying with M'Baku.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was buying. I said, oh, yo, and I started buying. I tried to get all the Black Panther movie wave and stuff, and then I just started going from there.
Yeah, so I think that way you had to build M'Baku.
Yeah,
he was the builder figure and shit, and I built that motherfucker too.
Me too.
Hey, something was in me. I'm like, come on, man. I was like, I got 3 of them. I need to get these other 3 because I just can't have my man sitting up here in peace. They all got to be together and shit.
Yeah, man. And then I was just like, I didn't really know what to collect. I was just, grabbing whatever I like. And, now I'm more, G.I. Joe, Action Force, a little bit of Marvel Legends. I'm like narrowing it down. I don't just grab anything like before,
More centralized.
Yeah.
That's how I was, man. I was all over the place, man, just buying up everything. But it kind of, I was real strict. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm just getting these Marvel Legends. I'm not getting anything else. And I even kind of slept on G.I. Joe, that first wave. I still was able to buy it in store, but I slept enough not to get 00 Snake Eyes, because I had him in my cart at Hasbro Pulse and left him in there. And he stayed in there for like a month or so. But then after a while, I looked and he was gone. He never came back up. So I brought a Destro, and then it was on and popping from there, man. But I was real kind of strict. And then one time I was just like retarded with the shit, man. I was like, yo, I got to calm down. Like 2 years ago, I told myself, I gotta calm down with this, man, because you all over the place. Like I had to trim off a lot of my collection, man. This past month, man, just got like 2 boxes just of figures, like you know what I'm saying? Like, why did I even do this? You feel me? So what's your favorite line of toy ever? You know what I'm saying? Just in your entire life.
Gotta be G.I. Joe. Gotta be G.I. Joe. Gotta be G.I. Joe. I was gonna say Star Wars because I'm from Star Wars was big too. You know what I mean? But now they messed Star Wars up, man. I don't know. I just can't. They done messed up everything with Star Wars. It's not the same. So yeah, man, it pisses me off, you know. So I just have to go with G.I. Joe.
I can feel you on that, man. G.I. Joe is hard to beat, man, from that 3 3/4, which I don't have. I have a few 3 3/4, but still, when you look back at it and what it gave you, as far as vehicle wise, storyline wise, just the whole circle of comic books, cartoon, great toys, and it lasted for a long time. There's several different generations within the Aura era. We talking about from 83 to 95. You know what I'm saying? You typically got 3 different generations in there.
It's kind of like 82-ish, kind of. Well, nah, 83, yeah, 83, yeah.
It was 82, but 83. That hardcore, like, okay, this is our line here. You know what I'm saying? Because I think maybe 83. That's when they got the swivel. That 82.
Yeah, the other. Yeah, that's right.
Y'all had just that joint right there, man. But it's got 3 different generations. I call myself Generation 2 and part of 3. I say 88. I say the late 80s, like that Generation 2. Because a lot of people that's your age, they always say, yeah, it was getting kind of weird then. I was like, shit, that shit was beautiful then. You know, because it's getting all the colors. You know what I'm saying? What? That olive green.
I was like,
anymore. That's what's up. So, what made you? And I know we probably kind of went over this before, but I already had my questions lined up. What made you do YouTube?
Just watching YouTube around. I didn't know there was people doing stuff on action figures or anything. I don't even remember how I stumbled across it, to be honest. I really don't know how. I was just probably surfing and I found it. I don't know how, but then I just started watching it and watching it and watching it. And I'm the type of person, like, if I like something or I see it, no matter what it is, I'll try to, and I'll do it. Like, I'll be like, yo, I think we could do that. You know what I mean? Yo, let's research this and, you know, let's do it. You know, I'm like that. So when I was looking at it, I'm like, yo, there's a whole bunch of people that's doing it. What the, you know what I mean? And I'm just blown away. I just can't believe it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this, man. You know, I said I could do this too. And I just was like, but I looked up a thing on YouTube about starting your own YouTube channels and stuff. And the guy was like, yo, don't buy cameras and all of this stuff and mics. Just do it off your phone. Because then if you don't want to do it, at least you ain't invest a lot of money and stuff and you won't, you know, be out of money. So I was like, you know what? That's a smart thing. Let me just do it off my phone. And I'm still here 3 years later and I'm still, well, I'm coming up on 3 years now, but I'm still doing it. So I'm like, I think I'm gonna get a camera or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But man. Well, you do it from the heart. You know what I'm saying? And that's what keeps it going. I think when people give advice like that, because I think a lot of people come on it like, you know, I'm about to blow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that. And, you know, and people could, but what they, in this thing, what I found out is there is no such thing. You know what I'm saying? You get blow, you know what I'm saying? But like the rest of the internet, man, do so many wild numbers, you know what I'm saying? Like if they got numbers like how we get, they'd probably quit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the internet is doing hundreds and thousands of views, which action figure commentary does that, man. But I like to call it the black hole of the internet, which is a good black hole. It's got its toxic bullshit that goes on, but it's a lot healthier than the rest of the internet, man. Which, you know, it gets flawed due just simply because it's the internet, man. As far as even into the action figure game. So who's some YouTubers that you're watching now? Who you like to take a look at?
I like I like your show, your channel, of course. I like B's Battleground. I
Yeah.
like the Rusty Crow, because he does different things. He had the parachute dude throwing him. Yeah, it's crazy. I like
It's
yeah,
tactical
I
dude.
like yeah. I still watch Analog whenever he does something, Analog Toys, because he has he has a lot of knowledge about, what I mean,
He do
vintage
the
stuff
retro
and stuff
shit.
like that. Yeah. I watch 3POA podcast. Um, mm, who else? 209 Ed or something like that.
I think
209 Ed.
2099. Ed,
Yeah,
I know you talking about. I know you talking
yeah.
about.
And hmm, there's a couple of who else? I think that's it right now. I'm probably leaving a lot of people out, but
I'm kind of
mainly like,
selective myself. I'll
yeah,
pass it around, but
yeah. That's what
I
I
do
do.
have my
I
core stuff that I go to. And you when you said you mentioned somebody like Bees or Punk gets toys, the guys who actually do just strictly reviews of the latest toys, I go to them because when they do them, they do a good job. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's
exactly.
nothing crazy. They don't do nothing crazy. It's just the latest toy, but they'll break it down. They'll do stuff that I probably wouldn't do because I just don't feel like fucking doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to
Yeah,
have a certain patience to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I
yeah.
do watch Bees and Punk as far as that latest GI Joe shit when they do drop, and D Amazing too.
Yeah, there you go. The Amazing. Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah,
Since like when I first started. Definitely. Man, humble. He poses good. Oh, and another guy, Jay Hernandez. He doesn't do too many, but when he does,
yeah,
his posing is
yeah,
crazy. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
That's the shit.
Yeah,
I
and he
like
has a
him. I
good,
like him.
clear, review. Nice. You know what I mean? And that's what I try. I just do mine no cut. Like I'm just coming from the hip. So if I make a mistake, it's just what it is. It's like with
Yeah,
pirate TV. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? The most I
yeah.
edit is when I'm doing kicking it with the cap to put up like little pictures of what I'm talking about. But I just shoot from the hip. You know what I mean? And just talk just like that. I might write down a little bit of stuff that I want to talk about or something, but I'm just going off the top. You know what I mean? Like it's just
I
yeah,
freestyle it. I might
yeah.
have
I'm
some
just
bullet points in my head, but for the most part, you know what I'm saying? I'm just because I'm into it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like I don't
exactly,
really need
exactly.
a word for word script on what I want to say because I already know what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? Not unless I, you know, draw a brain fart in an edited video and I'll cut that out. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm just
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Because like my dad, he stuttered real bad. And I don't stutter, but I got that same speech impediment, you know what I'm saying? While I
yeah.
might do it just for a little bit, but I might cut that out. But when you love it, like that, you could fly off the hip because you already know really pretty much what you gonna
Yeah,
say.
and I tried to do that to make me like different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to be like, I'm gonna go see the cap because he might say something crazy or make a mistake or whatever it is. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to make it different, get my little niche.
But man, what you don't know, man, you mean a lot more to people than you think because a lot of people and this is kind of gonna go into my next question too. But when I went to Joe Fest, man, you know what I'm saying? Like guys, especially young brothers, like, yo, man, you do a lot for us, man. Like, yo, appreciate you. And that shit almost made me tear up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because
word up.
it do mean a lot. You know what I'm saying? When somebody tell you that. So how was your Joe Fest experience? Because I seen a video of you 2 years ago when you went down there. I went
Yeah,
last year for the first time, but you went 2 years ago. I believe it was with your son.
yeah,
Yeah. So how
yeah.
was your Joe Fest experience?
Oh, it was great, man. I went with my whole family, and my son was filming for me, helping me out and stuff.
Yeah.
So I went down there, had a great time. It was my first time. I was like, I didn't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me just go see what's up. I didn't even know that existed. And then I was seeing it so much on YouTube. So I'm like, okay, this is how it looks. Where it's at? Looked it up. I said, I'm going over there. Went in there, had a great time. And that's where I met V. Conley. And the same thing that you're saying, he seen me post up on Instagram, I think it was, and he said, yo, you're here? because I don't show my face on my page.
Yeah.
So he's like, yo, man, I'm here. Yo, I want to link up with you tomorrow. If that's cool, yo, what's up? I said, all right, yo. He said, I'm going to be wearing this. I said, I'm going to wear this, you know? So then I seen him and he was like, yo, man, yo, you do a lot, man, for the community. Yo, I appreciate what you're doing. And I didn't even have the page that long then, you know? And I was just like, the same way you felt. I was like, for real? Like, I was just shocked. You know what I'm saying? And for real, I was like, what? I didn't think so. Yeah, like people, you know, was watching me like that. And he was like, nah, man, you know, I appreciate it. Don't stop what you're doing, blah, blah. And we just had a good conversation and we've been cool ever since, you know? And I just had great people there, fun. It was a great time. I wanted to go last year, but I went to something, where was it? I went to one of these cons in Connecticut to get the Valor verse. What was the name of that?
It wasn't the Zolo or the Legions thing, was it?
Nah, it wasn't the Legion. I want to do Legions. I heard that's off the hook.
That's up near y'all, right? Because I'm in North Carolina.
Yeah, that's up by me.
Shit, but going up there, I might go to it one day. You know what I'm saying? Especially if time open up like that. But going to Joe Fest ain't nothing but a hop and a skip. It's like 2.5 hours away. But
that's what's up.
That year you went, because I think then I hadn't really been around too long, and people asking me like, "You going?" I'm like, damn, it's like that. But I wasn't able to make it that year you went. But last year I went, man, and I had a good time, man. I really enjoyed the toys. I didn't know what to expect. I really wasn't looking for anybody in particular, man. But you know, the conversations I had were good conversations. The nice toys. What I like is it's not really a huge con to me. It was a little bit smaller than what I thought, but inside of that fest had some really premium booths. Like Ramen showed up, all the big boys showed up. You know what I'm saying? Like Super 7. I can't think of just any all like the third party companies and like that. They all showed up. On top of that, with vendors. You know what I'm saying? Just people coming out there selling their own shit, retro shit. And I'm like, yo, this is hitting right here. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what you could get. You could find a lot of stuff you're looking for.
Yeah. This guy, they had a Terror drone up there for like $100, man. I wanted it, but I didn't really have the bread like that last year, man. I just seen a guy walking out with it. I was like, damn, yo. Dude, just caught a nice steal. This year, I'm gonna get me some nice pieces. I gotta watch myself because, like I said, I'm stressed for space, but I'm definitely gonna get me some nice pieces coming out of there this year. Who's your favorite rapper? Because I talk a lot about hip hop too, so I had to ask you that. Sometimes you can tell what type of person somebody is when you ask who their favorite rapper is. You feel me?
Yeah. Damn. Out of favorite? Just one? Shit. Rakim.
Okay. And you seem like a Rakim cat. You seem like a Rakim. That's a good one. Because he's the father to a lot of MC's style.
Yeah, that's why I went back to him, because I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go to the originator of the whole thing, because I ain't gonna say, oh, Nas and this person and this person. Not saying Nas bit his style, but you know, they come from that style. Yeah, they come from that, you know, cloth plus Coogee rapping them. You know, they come from that little cloth of MCs and stuff.
And that's what I was about to say, because Nas is my favorite rapper. But when you say
me too,
you know what I'm saying?
Too.
Like, he like Nas is cut from that cloth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How you feel about the new AI shit, the artificial intelligence? How you been feeling that?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I seen what you did with it, and it was ill. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, he did that with that. You know, so I was like, but one thing I learned in life is that, you know, it's a yin and a yang. It's good for this and it's bad for, you know what I mean? So I don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? It's still relatively young to the public. You know what I mean? Because they probably the government probably been using this forever, but it's, you know, it's young, it's new to us. So I don't know. Too much of anything is you know,
bad.
might be a little bad. Yeah. So, but we're gonna have to live with it because it's here. I don't think it's going anywhere. On that tip, and just gonna have to get on board with it, I guess. But I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it's cool.
I think the best part I've seen out of all of it is pretty much the shit I just did with not saying personally my shit, but you can do that per se if you're an artistic person. But other than that, like the AI as far as you know, rappers using AI voice, like the shit with Drake, how he used it's bad for that. And then also I was talking to my man Swift the other day. I was like, man, niggas better have an alibi. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you at, because they can frame you with some shit like that. You're like, I wasn't out there. What? That's you right there on camera doing that. What?
And then on another note, you know, like I said, you know, I'm from the curb, and you know what I'm saying. So I always think, you know, criminal, like, you know, what people would do, and you can, you know, on a bad note, you can act like you're somebody on the phone. Yo, come outside, and it don't even be that person.
That Terminator shit.
You know, you could fake like you're somebody's mother. Yeah, and kidnap a kid or something, God forbid, or freaking kill somebody. Like, yo, come outside, I'm right here. And it's not even them. You know what I mean? And then you go outside or something. So I don't know where they go with that. You know what I'm saying? And then you see they do, years ago, they did Tupac on the stage with Dre in them.
Oh yeah,
that hologram thing. So if you put the hologram with the voice and like, we ain't gonna know what's real. You know what I'm saying? It might be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's some crazy shit. I think anything outside of the action figure shit is scary, but anything outside of the action figure shit, it gets scary because, like I said, it can be some Terminator shit. Like when his mom's on the phone, like, yeah, honey, it's me. Come on, I got some fresh baked cookies. That motherfucker hung that phone up. Was like, yo, she don't even talk like that. That's not her. You know what I'm saying? He's street smart. She's like, yo, she don't even talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I be thinking. I'm like, no way, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing, though. But as far as like, you know, doing artistic stuff, or maybe if you got to write a job letter and you just, you know, tell it what you want to say, and it, you know, it can speed up the process of things. You know what I mean? So.
No doubt.
I don't know.
No doubt. How do you feel about do you order online or do you toy hunt still?
Man, I'm glad you asked me that too, because I was thinking about doing a little segment so that other people could see the how can I say this? The madness. Yeah, the madness that we go through in the city because we can't get jack. You know what I'm saying? There ain't jack in the city. I wanted to just do a video like going to Targets, and so I can show you guys, because when I see like toy hunts on TV, it's like, where do they live? I would go in there and just rack up just because I know I'm not gonna come back. I'm like, yo, I would go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I really do a lot of just online. You know what I'm saying? I still hunt, like if I'm somewhere and I see, you know, a Target or, you know, some type of spot, game spot, so I'm still going to go check, you know what I mean? And see what's in there. But man, in the city, you probably got to go out to Jersey or somewhere, you know what I mean? But New York City, 5 boroughs, man, forget about it. And if you do, you might get the package and the figure's not there. Or, you know, he's missing something. Like, yo, they don't play in the city. I don't know, man. It's Chris Rock.
Man, my wife is from Brooklyn, and then some of my family is from Queens. I went to a Walmart, I think it's out there by JFK in Queens, and that shit looked so much different than the Walmart in North Carolina. I mean, there's shit everywhere. The damn shelves is all fucked up. So I'm like, how is it hunting in the city? Because when we go up to visit her family, I did want to do a toy hunt video up there. But when I think about it, like the Targets, Walmarts, and shit like that, especially in a metropolis like New York, that shit is probably no bueno.
Yeah, it's no bueno, bro. You gotta really like. I don't even know what to say, man. Like, you gotta be lucky. You just gotta be lucky.
What
you
about the toy shop?
Yeah, it gotta be your day.
What about the toy shops? How are the toy shops up there? Like the the third
Um,
party sellers.
there a few. It's not really that many. Maybe
Wow.
one or two. Yeah, it's not. It's not that many
And
because
that's what I was kind of
a
more
lot of
looking
mom
for.
and pop stores in the city are gone. They got like major manufacturers and stuff. Like COVID really took another toll on like mom and pop stores and stuff that would have little things and stuff like that. Not no more.
Damn, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. That was my biggest thing. So I always wanted to make a New York City toy hunt video. And the crazy part about I really wasn't thinking about Walmart's or Targets or anything. Because in my mind, I was like, that's probably no good. But I was like, I'm gonna hit the little niche, little comic book spots and shit like that. But you said, damn, them shit's pretty much got wiped out.
Yeah, I mean, you still got what is that? Forbidden Planet and stuff like that, but they don't got all that's more comics. You know what I mean? There's not like a whole ton of action figures. There's no real live like spot where you can go. There's like nowhere. You have to go upstate, like, Peekskill or something like that, and their Walmarts or something,
Yeah.
and that's like more country, you know what I mean? But in the city, you know what I mean? It's like, nah.
No show.
No show, bro. Wow.
So which which line do you like more? Do you like the Valorverse, Joe, or have you fucked with Monster Force yet?
Nah, man, and that's another one I ain't pull the trigger on, man. Bull crapping, man. I was supposed to grab one and I didn't, but I'm gonna mess with it as soon as Big Bad's toy store like bring them back in stock because I don't know what happened. I just want the Van Helsing guy.
I got him. He's somewhere in here, but yeah, that's the only one I got because I really wasn't. I mean, I'm not saying wasn't feeling everybody in the rest of the way, but I knew for sure I wanted him, so I pulled the trigger because I had a whole bunch of people order. But like I said, I be talking myself out of shit, which is for a good reason. Like, Mike, why you ordering all these figures and you don't know them from a can of paint?
Yeah.
Get one that you want to check out. And when I ordered the Van Helsing, I was pleased with them. It's got a crazy loadout. By the same price as how Valorverse used to be, the 34, 35, but they load you out. They even give you more than Valorverse, and Valorverse gives you a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's definitely worth it checking them out. They got another like season 2. I definitely ordered quite a bit of figures on that.
Yeah, they got a couple of seasons coming out, but I'm like, how do you have the pre-order and it's so far? I'm like, that what the heck? Like, I don't even understand how that's working. But I want to get some of them suited dudes, and they got like, I think they're like agents or something. They look like James Bond, like Black James Bond, and dudes like, I want to get that. There's a couple of guys I want to get that I can fit into my little world that I'll be creating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the vampire stuff, I'm not really a fan of like vampires and stuff like that. That's why I'm trying to get into the Mythic Legions, but I'm like, it's not grabbing me. It's grabbing me, but not. So I'm like, I'll stick with my military and
the wizardry shit, the vampires and ghouls. I mean, I'll fuck with it, but I'm not a huge fan of that. Now D Amazing did a video last week of a black Templar.
Yep.
We got a skull face too.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered that. I was like, you know what? I'm actually kind of feeling because I got one Mythic Legion, and I'm not gonna finna go down the Mythic Legion's hole, but I did order that. I thought that was pretty dope. You know.
Yeah, I seen them. I was thinking about it too because I got the Egyptian set that they made. Not this first. Yeah, the first one. I got the first one, and it's all right, but
yeah.
Like, nah.
I think I probably would have grabbed that more for on a props type ordeal, but I don't know if any props came with that Egyptian set.
No, crazy props.
Oh yeah, okay. So I know I seen the setup, but I didn't know all that stuff came with.
Yeah, I'll be using the props for other stuff. That's what I really wanted. It, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. The figure fodder shit.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, man. We'll jump off this question. Who you think is doing it better right now? Valor or Joe? It's a hard one, I know, because they kind of both kind of complement each other. They hit and miss.
That's what they're doing, and that's what's been happening since the beginning. So they're like feeding off each other and going at each other and whatever's happening. But it's hard because has the nostalgia and they have so much behind them, you know, and they've been putting out great product. I'm not going to even act like they haven't been putting out great product. You know what I mean? But they still have hit and miss. Valorverse, he's been doing good from the gate. I mean, he had his issues with the tightness, different stuff like that. I just think he should bring back his comic because then we'll have more story to go with his action figures. You know what I mean? Like you can bring more story to it. But
I'll call it a tie.
That's what I was gonna say. Because because like Valorverse, he did good, but on the Vanguard, he didn't use the guns couldn't shoot up and down. It's not a big deal for me, but I see that would have been something that I think he would have not missed, but everybody, you miss things, but and Joe's, they do the same thing, but they're a bigger corporation. So they're tied into pleasing, corporate heads, and they're into another thing. So I think that's what messes with them a little bit for them to keep their consistency with certain things because they have to make a lot of people happy. And where Valorverse, he just has to make himself happy and, like the customer, but like he only has to answer to himself type.
Correct. It's not a board. And
yeah.
Answer to. I think the only way he can combat G.I. Joe is pump out more product. I would say G.I. Joe, I would call it a tie, but G.I. Joe has a little bit edge on him because G.I. Joe has so much product. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they have their flaws, but as far as the vehicles and this different characters, this and that, but like you said, it's a corporation versus a single entity. So I think the only way he could, which is not a competition, but like to combat it, to really give it a good go, if he pumped out more product, because he's been out for a minute now, and we only just on wave 5. You know what I'm saying? But I would call it a tie. I think for the most part.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think he's making traction with just having with just being himself, because he put out a lot of figures. You know what I mean? Vehicle and all that. And I followed him from the beginning, from like the second Kickstarter that funded. And I started following him because of the transparency of that you can talk to an owner. Like, you know what I mean? And he was being so transparent with how figures are made and this and that. So I was just like, yo, who does that? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know all the stuff that he shared. So I respected that. You know what I mean? And I was like, wow, that's crazy. So it's a teaching thing. And I understand he was like upset with Hasbro because he left the company. So of course you're going to have gripes with your old job or whatever, you know what I mean? So, he's going back and forth. But I actually watched him do all the stuff he said he was going to do. And then out of nowhere, G.I. Joe comes out with the classified, because they didn't say anything. They didn't like give out no warnings, nothing. They just jumped out with the action figures out of nowhere. You know what I mean? And it was like,
that 00 came from out of nowhere and shit.
Yeah, it was like out of nowhere. Duke, everybody. I'm like, what? So I think they did that. Yeah, I think they did that because Valorverse thing was still in the process, because it was held up from the COVID stuff and all of that. So they got more money. They rushed theirs out. And so people jumped on that. And then that's where you got the arguments coming in. Yo, you're doing this and and then stuff like that.
I didn't know it was like that, man. That shit blew my mind. I'm like, damn. I'm like, man, motherfuckers really be feeling like that? Crazy, yo.
And the funny thing back then, I remember who was it? What is this guy's name? he oh man, I forgot his name, but he be going in, like he be wilding, like what is his name? I forgot his name, but he was all for G.I. Joe, and he was just going against Valaverse and you fanboys, and he was just going crazy. And I'm like, yo, bro, what do you work for Hasbro or something? Like, what's wrong with this dude? And he was just going crazy, man. And I was just like, I said, man, I'm gonna have to start making some videos because this is crazy, man. Like, yo, yeah. But that I'm gonna say Valaverse is what got me into like finding my niche, and then like, oh, I'm gonna do military. And then being that he had figures that you can kick bash and do whatever you want to, and he gave you an option of, you know, African American or, you know, white dude or whatever. I thought that was crazy because when I was young, we didn't have nothing. Like, you know what I mean? We had Roadblock, a few. So that gave me the opportunity to be like, oh man, I can do my thing with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm about to
Cobra Trooper. You know what I'm saying? That was a shot. And I think, and like how you said, they feed off each other because as you notice, like Hasbro, they start putting different head packs in for the Cobra Trooper. Because I think that was the big thing. I think I'd never, and it don't, I might be wrong, but in my memory, I'd never seen a black Cobra Trooper. They were all white. You know
never.
My older brother, he was like, oh, I showed him one from Super 7 that I got maybe about 3-4 years ago. He was like, and it was like a little mini figure or something like, the reaction figure. He was like, wow, a black Cobra Trooper? So it'd be a shock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And, you know, that's why, you know, even when I was younger, it's like, you know, you're not going to feel that unless you're black or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like, oh, we trying to pull a race card. It ain't even about that. It's just like trying to see your likeness and things that you like, you know, and you enjoy, you know. So,
you know.
Yeah. And since when I kick bash, that's why I go to look for like wrestling figures because they got a variety of people in wrestling, you know what I mean? And I can get all different types of shades of black dudes and, you know, Latino brothers, Mexicans, and, you know what I mean, Chinese. I could just pop heads off and see if, you know what I mean? And I could just make my own figures. And that's what I've been doing because, you know, the world ain't just, you know, it's multicolored, you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of different races and nationalities, whatever you want to say, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I like to do, you know, and put more color. Like my kick bash, all of them is like black dudes, you know what I'm saying? From all the different figures that I find, you know, Star Wars, freaking this, that. I just be popping heads off. Word, I'll buy them just for that, like pop, and that's it. I don't even want the rest of the figure. I just want his, you know, his head sculpt.
Same here, man. I just take it because that's what I've been into more lately, which I'll get on that too, because that was actually one of my questions. But how'd you get the name Captain? Was that one of your nicknames, or how'd you come up with that?
Yeah, well, like I told you, we was I do graffiti, so we have a graffiti crew since years, and it's the Pirate Tribe. So I just, you know, added it to the action figures, and you know, that's my crew, and I'm the captain of the crew. You know what I'm saying? That's my graffiti crew. So, you know, since we pirates, they like, yo, you the captain, you know what I mean? Like that. So we've been running with that for like years, you know what I mean? So when I started doing the YouTube thing, I had a little corner, and I used to put up a little table, and I was just doing my stuff in the corner. So I was like, you know what? This is the captain's corner. This is my little corner. So I said, nobody touch this stuff over here. This is the captain's corner. You know what I'm saying? So I started building my little shelf. Nobody mess with this. You know what I'm saying? And then I was thinking, wait a minute. You know, I'm from the city. You know what I mean? I'm like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a corner, like a building, steps. You know what I mean? Like, this is the captain's corner. So it got like another meaning to it. You know what I mean? And I just left it like that.
That's what's up, man. Because I'm glad I brought you on, man. Because like I say, man, I've never really seen nobody pull you on anything. I'm like, man, people need to know about this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what's up, man? Yeah. That's interesting, man. And I didn't know that because sometimes, man, I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, and I'm huge on hip hop. Sometimes I watch graffiti videos all day of like the old people, like Lee. Spray painting the fucking trains and shit, and the married trains, you know what I'm saying, the couple trains and shit like that. I be forgetting the cat's name, but they were two white dudes and shit. They got on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Payne and Smith.
Yes, yes, the two brothers.
Yeah.
fell and shit. He committed suicide or something. And
Yeah, he
I
slipped.
love watching that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm from that era, not their era. They're before me. But
Like
I've been doing graphs since like, man, 87, maybe 86.
man, y'all have so much fun in New York City, man.
Yeah.
That's the shit that don't cost you no money. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
that's fun. You know what I'm saying, man? Cause my wife's father, man, he used to break dance and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's around the
Yeah.
early 80s guys and shit. And she said he got trophies and shit all in the house and shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That was like, that's just the culture when we was growing up. You know what I mean? Just it wasn't too much stuff around. It was like abandoned buildings, empty lots. You know what I mean? So you might take mattresses and learn how to flip on them. We get 3-4 mattresses and we just flipping on them, you know what I mean, in the yards and stuff like that, and playing stick ball and, football in the street and stuff like that. As time goes on, the neighborhoods got better and, different things, but just growing pains, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I think be quite honest with you, man, that whole wave, you know what I'm saying, affected the whole country.
No, yeah, definitely.
Especially if you in some type of urban area or things of that nature, man. And everybody kind of went through that with it, whether it was a big city or your little town got ran down and shit. And then after that shit kind of died off, you know what I'm saying? Things started revitalizing itself, man, which, growing pains, like you said, it definitely made me not ever want to smoke no crack.
Oh, nah, man.
After seeing motherfuckers on that shit, you know what I'm saying? I know niggas that was, man, on, like, cause my dad, man, he was my dad was on dope for a little bit in the 90s and shit, man.
Yeah.
He had his struggles or whatnot, but he had his own construction company, little concrete company and shit, and it was all his homeboys and shit, you know what I'm saying, that he grew up with, but they were crackheads and shit. So just seeing that shit, like somebody on dope for 20 years and they finally get their life together, or somebody say, like, what this dude named Short Change. Imagine that nickname. He was like, Mike, I'm in my 60s, man, trying to catch up with my 40s. You know what I'm saying? That's a sad fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? When you sit up and think about that shit, man. But God take us through all things, man. But he makes us stronger.
That's right, man. Because I done been around the world, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, man, I done had my ups and downs in this street life stuff and a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? So I get it.
Yeah.
Word, I get it.
Same here, family. Next question, man. Do you kit bash or custom? Which we just kind of talked about it, but what's I'll elaborate more. What's some of your favorite kit bashes or customs
that I've done?
Yeah.
Got a guy right here.
Who head he got on him?
The guy from, what was their name? It was that whole group of Marvel. They had a movie. They were the
I know you talking about the Eternals.
Eternals.
Hey, you know some crazy shit? I went to high school with that dude. Yo.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Man, I'm from a small city, man, but that shit, we put out a lot of fucking stars, yo. Yeah, he was a mascot at my high school, E. Smith High School.
Then I got this guy.
Who face he got?
A wrestler. I forgot his name, but I just liked. I said, yeah, I think it's from AEW or WWE. I forgot. Word. Right. I told you, I see it, I like it. I said, oh, that's it. I'm buying them. I don't care. What? $10? Yeah, let me get them. Pop. That's it.
That head fit good on there, man, because those wrestling figures tend to be a little bit bigger, but that head look good on them.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta like smash it down, but a lot of times it works. I'm gonna show you another one here. Oh, I'll find that. My Boricua guy.
Yeah, I got them. I forgot their name. They from AEW.
Yeah, the crazy brother dude. Them dudes is crazy.
Damn, what's their name? I like the other one with the afro and shit.
Yeah, I would get him too, and I'm gonna put him on something. I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna get that crazy looking dude too.
The cool thing about them though, you if you wanted to, you can just keep them regular because they kind of come in like a street gear. Like my man got like suspenders and they flip down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you could use them on the side, you know what I mean? For, you know, props on the side, like extra figures.
Nice. What's your favorite 6-inch vehicle?
The Vanguard.
Nice. It's a nice truck. It definitely is a nice truck. I like to
Yeah,
use it as a street truck.
I'm working on this too. I put a rack, and I put my own stickers. Yeah, I put a rack, and what I'm gonna try to do, I put a. If you guys can see, I tried to put a blue fire extinguisher in there.
Yeah, I see it on the side.
Yeah. So I'm trying to like kick bash it. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna get the gridiron, the vamp, you know, the part that lays in the front.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if that fits on here
with the net.
It's flat. Yeah, and I'm gonna put it here and use that nozzle thing that is for the water that it comes up.
The exhaust, yeah.
The exhaust, yeah. I'm gonna put that on here too. So I'm just making it like my own, you know. That's why I like it because, huh?
Where'd you get that rack from? I like that.
Yeah, I got it from Amazon. It was for RC cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, man, because I never really liked that knob on the top. I wish it had a sunroof, but that rack gives it a little bit more identity. The cool thing about the car, it's like a fresh palette. If you wanna go ahead and customize it, it almost kind of I think I'm probably gonna end up doing some things. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I actually like it in that flat gray, but I don't like the cap on top. I don't like that knob because I never really cared for the turret up top, but I don't like the cap knob. So I might take the cap off, put a rack on so you can't really see the hole, but keep that hole open so it'd be a nice little sunroof they could pop out of.
Yeah, because what I did was I cut the rack. I'm gonna show you. On the top, I cut the rack. It had a little line so that I could be able to open it and, you know, mess with the figures or whatever. Nice. But like this, you can't really tell when it's like that. You can't tell.
It makes it look a lot better. It gives it kind of like that Land Rover look.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. And that's why I like it, because you can paint it. You can do whatever. It's just a blank slate. So that's why I'm like, yeah, this is cool, you know?
If I had another one, I might do it, but I don't know. Because like I said, I got the dark gray because in my mind, that's the way I wanted to play it off, like a dark gray, just kind of like street SUV, kind of like on some night op shit. But I don't know. I'll see what's up with it. But that rack, I'm definitely probably gonna do that. I'm glad you showed me that. Who is your favorite G.I. Joe character?
Mutt.
You a Mutt and Junkyard guy?
Yep.
I did, matter of fact, in that AI video, man, I had a nice scene with him when the dogs was running around and shit. I was like, yeah. I like that right there.
Because I was a dog, man. I mean, I'm not proud of it now. I used to fight pit bulls back in the day, you know what I'm saying? But
that shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, nowadays it's frowned upon or whatever. But back in the day, you know, not the, you know, the wild way dudes was doing it, you know, dumb. You know, we had a ring, you know, legit.
Look, I'm from down south.
You know what I'm talking. Yeah, legit. You know, breaking sticks, the real deal. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I liked Mutt, because when I was younger and I seen him, I was like, "What? He comes with a dog?" I was like, "Yo!" And he had the mean face, and it was rock wild. I'm like, "Oh, this is it, man." You know. So Mutt was my favorite. Mutt's my favorite, and I like Clutch and Shipwreck.
Yeah. Those Shipwreck is one of my guys. That was a huge guy that I can remember in my time and era. Clutch, not necessarily. That's what I say. That's why with me, like Clutch, I never really gravitate to. Mutt and Junkyard, of course, we had that. I don't think I ever had a Shipwreck when I was a kid, but Mutt and Junkyard was definitely one that was in the toy bin with that little that little stiff rock roller and shit. He had no articulation and shit.
Done.
But we love that shit.
Word.
Will you ever stop collecting?
Man, you know what's crazy? I was thinking about that, but I don't think so because what I'm really trying to do is like I said, there's no real stores here. So build now that I'm building a following and I'm doing this with the YouTube and everything, and then I got like figures that I don't want on TikTok. I mean on excuse me, on Whatnot. So I've been trying to, you know, I've been getting rid of selling figures there. I want to open like a little toy store or something, you know what I mean? Like in New York City, a nice little, just a little mom and pop, something small. I don't need a lot of space, but I want to have, you know, hard to find stuff, you know, like official stuff. So I don't really think I'm ever gonna stop like that. If I can do what I want to do with this and make my little e-store, then I probably won't. Word, I probably won't.
There's always a transition because, like I said, I was talking to somebody, Swift, the other day after the live, and I was like, pretty soon here, I'll probably stop buying shit altogether. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not getting rid of my collection because I don't ever really see myself selling this shit. It's so fucking beautiful in here. But as far as the consumption of figures, you know what I'm saying, there has to be a fucking cutoff point somewhere for me because I'm not gonna make room. So I'm already sitting in a 20 by 20 room that's totally consumed with action figures and shit. You know what I'm saying? And if that can't get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck else? I need another house. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta have some mental level because there was a time when I first started collecting. I would say from 2016 to about 2019. I would buy some figures. Then it'd probably be like 5 months. I wouldn't buy shit. 6 months, 7 months. I wouldn't buy anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I have to get back to that space in my head to like, you know, do I need it? Nah, I'm good. But I'm looking at this room now. I got everything I could possibly want. And we came at a good time where they built some good figures. I know people have their gripes and shit like that. But I'd rather have this room filled up with the modern action figures that I got than Toy Biz. Which Toy Biz was great.
Bro,
and shit like that, but I have 1,000 action figures of modern shit, not rather than having 1,000 of Toy Biz figures. You feel me? Which I would have to sell off for some shit. Which I got a few of them here, but they just don't hold up.
And I was saying that too. I was like, this is a great time. I say it a lot to be a collector because there's so many independent companies doing great stuff, and there's so much new stuff. It's just coming out like it's like, yo, you don't. You know, they stop in the you know, everything is penless. Well, not everything, but, you know, just articulation is crazy. Oh, it's just going, yo, man, it's a great time. But like you said, there got to be a cutoff. What I was thinking is that how far is G.I. Joe going to go? You know what I mean? Like, I know you still could go a little farther, but how far can you go? You know what I mean? And even with Marvel and everything, like, how far are you gonna, you know, like how far are you gonna go? Like, I don't see, it's just constantly doing the same thing, but with better articulation or something else, unless a movie or something comes out, you know, something different.
I think as far as me, I found my era and I need to cap it. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some people with a bunch of Toy Biz shit, but that's their era and they're fine with that. And they probably looking at us buy shit like, yeah, I'm good. I got my Toy Biz shit. They look just fine to me. And I think that's what it is. This is my era, and I'm getting to the place where I need to. I not even need to. I want to cap it because I feel like I'm good. You know, even which we'll get to this question even with the vehicle situation, man. So, but I won't ever stop collecting. I'm not a person who once I'm done is about to sell off my whole collection. This is my trophy room right here. You feel me? Now, don't get it twisted. I got a whole bunch of shit in the garage while I was fucking a madman I need to sell. You know what I'm saying? But this shit that's loose here, that's for me, man, because, I was caught up.
I remember seeing your videos when you had all the boxes of Joes you didn't open. And you was in your garage or something, just going through boxes. I'm like, yo.
But the Joes is that's why I be telling you, like, that's my personal inbox collection because I'm serious about that. You know what I'm saying? But all that other shit, yo, that shit, yo, there's a few things in there, but if I had to get rid of all of that and keep my Joes, I'll be fine with that. Like I have a few Marvel Legends maybe I want to keep, you know, around, but you talking about like a handful versus that big pile of shit, yo. Like I'm out like, man, I was in bad shape. I was in bad shape, brother, man. I was on some shit, man. What are you thinking, yo? You know what I'm saying? Why double of everything? You know what I'm saying? So
I was like, yo, he went in. He was like, yo, I caught it on sale. I said, yo, might as well. I went back, I seen it again. So I said, yo, I probably would have did the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
And the Joe shit is crazy. I have like, you know, few copies of that, but that's seriously something like I want to hold on to. Like I'm not even considered selling it. It's just I don't know, man. I'm fucking crazy. You know on that part. But the rest of that shit, man, it got to go, man. So hey, and this really rolls right into the next question. What's your biggest struggle in collecting? Space or price, man?
Space. Yeah, space.
Yeah.
Price it don't bother me. If it's too much, I ain't buying it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if y'all getting crazy with it, hey, I ain't buying it. Cause I'm type of person, if I like it and that's how much it costs, I'm getting it. You know what I mean? I'm not going, you know what I mean, mess around, whatever. And that goes for, you know, if somebody's doing some personal art or something personal from them, you give me the price. If I think it's right, hey, give me. You know what I mean? I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? It's the space because it's like, it's the vehicles. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, where can I put this? What can I do? You know, and being realistic with myself, you know, because, you know, I always, you know, try to not get everything, but I, you know, whatever I really like. And that's a lot of stuff. So I'll get a lot of what's in the collection, but nah, if I ain't, you know, if I ain't feeling I ain't getting it and I ain't just gonna, you know, spend money and just, you know, be here and have stuff in the closet. Cause that's what I want to do. I want to get to where I can have everything out and I'm actually using stuff. You know, if it's stuff in the box and it's up, then that's cool. But I got so many action figures and I got stuff in the box and I forget about stuff. And then when I look, it's like, I don't want to do that. I want to have it all out, you know? So I'm trying to narrow down what I'm messing with and, you know, what's for what. But it's hard, man. It's hard because you see so much other stuff. You're like, wait a minute, you know what? I'm gonna get this. I
was thinking about that earlier, like little like tidbit shit. Like I was getting down on my Big Bad Toy Store pre-orders, but every now and then I'll be like, you know what? Let me just you keep getting that one, adding it on that you never fucking like. I'm trying to clear it out. You know what I'm saying? Like on that pre-order tip, man. And but a lot of stuff's been up there for a minute. A lot of that shit is Monster Force, man. But that's the point where I'm at. And like how you said, like if something like too much, like I'm just not fucking getting it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna trip on that shit. Or if something is that I want and I think it's worth it, but it might be a couple hundred, then shit, I'm gonna grab it. You know what I'm saying? If just like how with the Hound, you know what I'm saying? That's a couple $100, but you want that shit. I think it's worth it. It is a little pricey, but I think it's worth it. If I wanted it like that, I would grab that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I see where it's coming from. I see where it's coming from with him. You know what I mean? He's not like he's a big company or nothing, and not making excuses for him. But the stuff I seen seemed like it's good. So I'm like, I'll take a shot with it. You know what I mean? I'll support. Ain't no thing. You know what I mean? Now, if the quality's not good, then hey, it cost me $200 to know not to buy nothing from you. You know, that's just how it is. You know. If it's good, I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And my thing is, I used to say it a lot, man, in my edited videos, man. Like say you pay $200 for that, right? And you fuck around with that thing for 10 years. So you really paid $20 a year to rent that out. You know what I'm saying? What's that?
That's a good way to look at it. Wow.
The money I paid for how long that shit lasted, I mean, you know, it was worth it to me. You know what I'm saying? This ain't something I'm about to use in like 2 days and I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people trick $200 off just like that, and it's gone. It's up in the air and up in smoke.
Yeah,
You know
that's right. On weed, it's gone. Gone quick.
You know what I'm saying? But this right here, this thing right here, man, could be around for 10 shit, 20 longer. You know what I'm saying? If it's up on a shelf, you know what I'm saying? This could be a fucking artifact. So
and if you sell it again and it's out of stock and nobody has it, you could get your money back and more.
Correct, man. So I don't never really trip off price. I ain't gonna do no astronomical shit, man. But I ain't gonna trip off shit. You know what I'm saying? When it's tedious like that. Who would win in a fight, a Praetorian or a bat?
Wow.
I wanted to ask you that because I know you fuck with both heavy and shit, and I was like, I thought about it for a minute myself, but I'm gonna let you elaborate.
Well, the bats on the cartoon, they made them like dumb, like they're just walking and getting beat up and stuff. So that's the only part that's like, you know what I mean. But if we're not talking about
that,
yeah, the cartoon part, then I don't know, because they're making them like if they're not lifeless. Like, I mean, we know they're robots, but they're like dumb. You know what I mean? The Praetorian looks like he's an assassin. Like he looks like the Praetorian look like it's coming to like do something and it knows what it's doing. That's the only reason why I would say the Praetorian than the bat, because it's like they just stand there and they getting, wrecked. I'm like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I would say that, you know what I'm saying? Because he got tools, he got weapons, you know what I'm saying? He got stuff. So it's not like he can't get busy, but I don't know if he got the skill level. I don't know. He got to download something. Hit him with a download, boom, with Bruce Lee or something, or Rambo, boom. Hit him with something, man.
Man, you took the words right out my mouth, because like I said, I'm gonna let you elaborate, and I told you I was thinking about it earlier. I was like, that'd be a good question to ask, and it immediately came to my head. I was like, yeah, but on the cartoon, the bats be on some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like bumbling idiots and shit. And then I started thinking about the Praetorian. I was like, shit, he got the fucking digital shield. But then I was thinking about the bats. I'm like, man, they got a backpack, but they can switch shit out. But then I was like, I have to give it to the Praetorian, man. I would have to give it to you, man. You said exactly what I was going to say, man.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy that you said that. That's why I started laughing as soon as you said that shit, because they put them on some whack shit. Now, I ain't read what they did in the comic. In the comic book, they probably got busy.
Yeah, me either.
They were bullshit. Which Valorverse wave is the best to you?
This last one, 5.
Same exact answer here. I have to give it to 5 because I bought 1 has had some issues, but I mean they had decent characters. They had Bone Collector. Bone Collector is the only one I got. I would say 5 because 5 is the only one where I've bought multiple different figures out of. A few waves I skipped, but the ones I did get, I think I only purchased like 1 figure out of each and shit.
Yeah, I grabbed all of them. Each wave, I grabbed all of them. And the good because you can see the progression and like, what he's doing as far as articulation. There's a bigger figure. You know what I mean? He put another guy in there. I think he's Mexican or something. He got the tattoos, got the guy with the cigar. So, it's a lot of stuff going on. The recon.
Yeah, my man.
So it's cool. It was a good wave. Yeah. Yeah. That's the sleeper right there. Yeah. Sidewinder. Yeah, that's the sleeper.
There's some heat right here. That's some heat.
Yeah.
But this
I like him a lot.
Well, I caught multiple figures, and I didn't get the other 2, which is Atlas and Siege, because I just didn't like the aesthetic of them. And I know they dope figures. A lot of people like, man, they dope figures. I was like, but if I just like, it goes back to 2 questions ago. If I just ain't feeling them, motherfucker, I ain't feeling them. I ain't getting them. You know what I'm saying? But I got enough out of that wave to be like, yeah, wave 5 is the best. Which was a weird thing to me and this was just some online shit. I don't know where I was seeing that on Instagram or Facebook. It was a mixed emotions wave. People were saying he was going down, and some people were saying he was going up. But me, I was like, shit. this wave right here is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like he going up to
Yeah,
me.
I didn't see any problems with this wave, other than maybe a little loose on the drop down, stuff like that. But you could that'll happen within when you're putting out so many figures, different, one will be loose, one of whatever. But
Yeah.
I think it was a solid wave.
Yeah.
I think it was a solid wave. The Pachorian is ill. I think it was a solid wave.
Out of your modern collection, if you only had one figure you could keep, which one would it be? Just one.
Oh shoot.
That's a hard one too.
Oh shoot. Damn. Oh man. Oh. Oh shit.
It's hard, man.
Yeah, man. I would put, you know what? I'll say, damn. I'd say Road Pig. Fuck it.
Roll Pig?
Yeah, I'll say Road Pig.
He a good one. He one of my favorite. I don't know if that's the one I would run with, but if I could scoop up, he definitely would be.
Yeah, because I'm like, he got a lot of stuff with him. You know what I mean? So I'm like, he got two different heads. I'm like, all right, well, I'll just take him. There's so many though, man. I don't even know, man. So many.
Road Pig's a good one though. That you didn't pick a bad one, man. But it's hard to narrow it down because I could change every day because the way I cut my figures down to, like I got all primo shit, like all my shit is fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, look,
that's right. That's what I'll be doing, chopping it down to the the official stuff. That's it. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got it to the point where I'm looking on my shelf and I ain't got to ask one person like, "What are you doing here?" You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I got it at now, and that's where I want to keep it. Hey, to the people in the chat, man, I am sorry, guys. I'm just trying to pay attention to Cap, man. So if y'all guys were trying to ask Cap something, man, I apologize. I will hit my man Jamie Lynn because I see he asked a question. He says, "Captain, is there a lesser known line that you're into or something new you're looking forward to?"
No, not really. I wanted to check out the what is that? Animal Kingdom Warriors, or what? Animal Kingdom?
AWOC.
Yeah, AWOC. I wanted to try them out, but it's not a lesser known, but I was thinking about trying that out and see what's up with that. I like the hyenas in there. And what else I was thinking about? That's about it. But I'm not. The only reason why I don't really mess with it because they seem a little cartoonish, like the color. Yeah, so that kind of throws me off. So I don't want to, I don't see me being long term with them. So that's why I haven't grabbed them,
Yeah, and man, I was gonna say the same thing. And those are the companies I was thinking about that came to Joe Fest like last year. AWOC was there. Savage Crucible. I would lean
another one.
Savage Crucible, but I heard they really can't stand that well. But see,
that's what I heard too.
The Savage Crucible could go more in with G.I. Joe, and I don't want to I don't want to get an AWOC and it looks like a G.I. Joe at Disneyland. AWOC it's a good looking figure, but it's too cartoonish. You know what I'm saying? I kind of going more towards something kind of more realistic looking.
I think the AWOC stuff goes good with like Thundercats or something.
Yes, it would.
Like that type of color, like like, but the Savage Crucibles look crazy though. But they don't stand. Another line that I was liking, but they're hard to get to a little bit is oh man, is it Glory? What is it? They're like Roman warriors. Like they had like a set of women like action figures a couple of years ago. They were crazy. What was it?
What was it like? They were dressing kind of like Roman shit.
But they were, like,
out and shit.
Yeah, that's
I've seen Articulated Ninja review one of them for. It's been a minute, but I seen I
those.
forgot the name of it.
Yeah, something glory of some. I forgot, man. But those I wanted to mess with, but I don't know if it's like a real small company
Somebody
or
said Sparrow.
that's it. That's right. That's
Fight
it.
for Glory.
That's what it is. I think it is Sparrow, right?
I think that was the name of it.
I think so. But I know they're like, I don't know if they put out like, I don't know, 20 figures or something. Like I can't, every time I try to get it, it's like sold out. I'm like, you're not gonna, put no more. I look, no more. You go on eBay, $300. I'm like, I'm not giving you that for that figure, man. It's like, so I'm like, how many, you don't have enough of these? Like, I don't, so that's the only frustrating thing with that, because I think they look good. Like, they have a lot of like Roman. I got one guy from there. He's like a trainer. He's like a black trainer. He's like a trainer dude. He comes with like a shield and like a wooden knife, and he's like a trainer for that. Oh, it was Combatants of Glory. Something like that. Combatants of Glory. Something like that. That was the name.
There's some people in the comment section saying Fight for Glory.
Fight for Glory, Combatants of Glory, something like that. I know it was something like that. But they're like scarce. I don't even know. I can't find them. When I do, they're like outrageous. So I'm like,
I think it was like a smaller company, man. Because I've seen them around a couple of years.
Because their females was awesome. Articulated Ninja always has them like in his videos.
Yeah.
Like dressed up, and they were like, ew. I was like, I want at least let me get one. But I didn't get it. So I was like, oh well.
Yeah, it's not necessarily my speed, but I will say they were fire. They look good. It was a good looking figure.
Yeah, I just wanted to check them out to see, like, the females. I was like, yo, I want to see what it looked like, because the figure I got, he's pretty cool, and he can go with the 6-inch figures. He's the same height and everything, so he could fit right in there.
Articulation on him.
It's kind of like a little like a Mythic Legions, but maybe a little more. Yeah, like a Mythic Legions.
Which, man, I Mythic Legions, because man, for a long time I never really paid attention to that, because if a figure moved good enough, I really didn't care if it had single or double. Which of course I want double, but like Super 7 figures, like they really not too big on double jointed, but if it fits for what I want to do, I'm not tripping off of it. And I think the thing, even like with that Mythic Legions figure, I don't know if that's still single jointed or whatnot, but from the way D Amazing was posing it up, it's good enough to do what I need to do. So I don't trip off of it all the time like that. You know what I'm saying? Because there ain't but so much you gonna be able to do or want to do anyway. But if I can get it in some good poses for what it is, then I'm cool with it.
Yeah, because I was tripping off that for a little minute. I ain't even gonna lie, because it was like you start getting, Valorverse and G.I. Joe figures, and they doing all the articulation, and I go get a Star Wars figure, and I'm like, I'm not giving you that money for that Star Wars figure, and it don't have no type of articulation. They don't come with nothing. So I started getting bougie, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Yo, no, I'm not giving you that. Yeah, man, I started getting bad. I'm like, oh man, what the, you know what I'm saying?
Well, see, with Star Wars, like even the thing, like, and that's why I say, because you kind of like know the balance of it, because even like Mythic Legions might, I'm not too sure, you know what I'm saying, but it might have a great ankle rocker. Then you get a Star Wars figure that's single jointed and got a bullshit ankle rocker, barely got an ab crunch, no soft goods. Well, no, Star Wars figures do have soft goods.
Yeah, they'll have
no wired shit. And I'm simply going off, because I got one Mythic Legion. I like it, but I'm simply going off what I seen the other day, and I've seen them up close and personal, too. And they got great paint, great sculpt. You know what I'm saying? So you start kind of weighing the dividends on it. But yeah, like Star Wars Black Series, like I haven't brought one of them in a very long time, man, and probably
me either.
I'm good.
Yeah, me either. I was like, yo, and then I used to watch, bad certain things, but they start politicking with all of this other stuff, and I'm like, they just messed up Star Wars, man. I'm like, yo, George should have just kept it. He should have just kept it and then sell it to Disney or nothing, man. Yo, just find a way to pay your debt or something. I don't know what to tell you, man. But yo, man, don't even sell this, man, because they're not gonna rock it like the original, you know. So
yeah, my shit is because to be honest with you, like you come from that Star Wars era, and I do too, the first ones, but I was a kid, and it never appealed to me like back in the day. Like, say if it's 1993, like that Star Wars would be good to come on USA or TNT. You know what I'm saying? And my older brother would be watching that shit. My older brother Dale, he 4 years older than me. He was born in '79. He'd be watching that shit, but I wasn't fucking with it. But I got into Star Wars my era, like when Anakin's a kid, he's racing the pod and shit.
Oh, okay.
Episode 1, 2, and 3. That's my shit, especially episode 3. Like Revenge of the Sith, Revenge of the Sith. That's my shit. So I'm stuck and capped on my era of Star Wars, but this other shit they got going on. I fuck with Mandalorian and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, that kind of saved them.
It did. It saved them big time.
Word.
like for real.
Word.
All right, and I got 2 more questions for you, Cap.
All right.
What's your favorite G.I. Joe classified? And I guess we kind of already know the answer. I know the one you say you're gonna save.
Yeah. Oh nah. Yeah. I mean, I'll save Road Pig, but if on the favorite tip, I'll probably have to take Mutt or maybe Gun Ho. Gun Ho's I like Gun Ho too. But yeah. But I'll probably take Road Pig or Mutt. I gotta bring a dog with me.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Hey, peace out, Swift Shot. Yeah, everybody getting. Hey, look, we old man. We getting tired. This is my last question for Cap, man, and we're gonna wrap it up. Damn, yeah, it's 12:51.
We in
here. But see, man, you got a good conversation going, man. That shit.
That's how it is, man. Word, man. This is all love.
And it's a good question. What's the next step in your channel or upcoming projects, man, you got going on for the future, family?
Yeah, like I'm just trying to like narrow down and give like put certain content on certain days and be like, you know, a lot more consistent. Like I was saying, like with the kicking it with the cap or kick bashing with the cap, having different segments that people could, you know, maybe some people like the kick bashing. Maybe some people like me, you know, talking about what's going on. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to find a little, you know, pump those out more and just grow my channel, you know, make better thumbnails, just, you know, keep learning, you know, and just going far. Just like I was saying, I'm trying to get like an online little store for maybe, you know, hard to find figures or, you know, stuff I got laying around people might, you know, want, because you never know. They might be trying to, you know, add something to their collection. They're missing a figure that you don't want, you know? So I just want to, you know, do that and, you know, help out, not try to kill nobody's pockets, just, you know, help out and, you know, be a place, a source where people, you know, could look for like action figures that's hard to find. Kind of like when you looking for sneakers, you know, like you're like, oh, yo, where's these retros and where's these, you know what I mean? So I want to try to do that in the toy community. You know what I mean?
Man, you could make it happen, especially a place like New York City, man. And I didn't know that it became a desert like that.
Man, it's always, man. Spots. Yeah, man, it's horrible, bro.
That's crazy, man.
On all levels. I mean, you could probably get Matchbox cars. That's about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. And Hot Wheels and stuff like that. But and you know, little girl toys, but nah.
Man, that's where I'm at, man. Just, you know, after a while you kind of transform and make changes. I think my biggest thing coming up, man, is fucking with the lives a little bit more regularly on a consistent basis. And like I said, fucking with this AI, I can finally get to really what I want to do, man. My biggest thing is just to make a continuation show, almost like in seasons, man, with fucking around with these action figures, man. That's really, you know, where, you know, I really want to go with the channel, man, and expand with it, man. But if you're true to the game, you're always going to find some way to transition. You know what I'm saying? Even with the interviews, man, you know, I there's some couple of people I don't really know, but I would like to talk to. I would like to actually talk to what's my man? It's his name. Oh, Uncle Tim. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have no
Oh,
plug into him and shit. I like to bring because
yeah,
people it's people you don't really see being brought onto live streams and talk to them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And we
yeah.
feel
Uncle
that
Tim,
mutual
yeah,
love and
he's all
function.
right too. He found his niche too. You know,
Oh
because
yeah,
I've
oh yeah.
seen him from
He
before.
doing his
Yeah,
thing. You know what I'm saying? He got his own lane, and he do what he do, man. Some people,
yep,
probably a lot of people don't like it. I've heard people talk shit about him, but I'm not
yeah,
here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, me
Like
too.
my biggest thing is really on neutral ground. I know a couple of weeks ago I had Aaron on here, and a lot of people probably didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't bring
Yeah,
him on for that because I just wanted to interview him and see what the fuck was going on with him. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And then that's pretty much where I left it at, man. But you know, when you're an interviewer or you doing interviews on people, man, you have to take it to that level, man, and just have to be, have to embrace that and go
no,
through it. But
yeah,
that's pretty much where I want to be at, man. With my channel, man. But brother, man, it was a pleasure having you on, man. If you ever want to come back and fuck around, or I'll hit you. You know what I'm
yo.
saying? Like, yo, you want to come on?
Anytime, man. Anytime, man. I appreciate it, man. Anytime you need me, man, give me a heads up. If I'm free, I'm in here, man. No doubt, man. I appreciate this, man. Once again, man, I really appreciate this, man. Just giving me the shine and even acknowledging, you know what I mean, that I'm,
I've been seeing you.
on here and, getting busy and, doing stuff, man, for real, man.
Yeah, nah, man, and it ain't nothing to it, man. It's just really having a comfortable conversation. That's where I try to like to keep it at, man. But I've been seeing you for a minute, man. I want to show you some love, man. See the work you've been putting through. Like I said, I think probably the first time I seen you was around that Joe Fest video, man. So that's why I brought it up, man. And
Yeah.
showing love to another brother in the community, man, and putting some people on to you that probably I see a lot of people do know you here, but some people don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, brother, like I said, anytime, man, you want to come on, man. And that's my thing. I'm not really trying to hop which everybody got their own thing. I'm not really trying to hop in the loops of other people, man. I'm trying to bring people to the light and build a circle myself, man. And you
That's
always
right,
got
man.
a place here. You always got a
Thank
place
you,
here,
man.
man.
I appreciate it, man. For real, man. Anytime you need me, I'd love to come through and kick it anytime, man. For real.
One more question I'm gonna answer. This
Okay.
dude named Joe Dirty said, hit up Iron Can. I like know more people, like know more about him. You know, the thing about him, yo,
That's
he
who I
came
was
on
talking about. Iron Ken. That's the guy.
Oh, that's
That's the guy. He be going ham. Like I don't know. He just be bugging sometimes, man. Like he likes G.I. Joe. He does it. He likes this guy. He got beef with this. He just be all over, man.
I'm glad Joe Dirty asked that question because he had came on my live stream a couple months back and he said some kind of slick shit. But I pretty much laid the law straight. But look, I don't even be tripping like that. I like to be the first nigga to interview him.
Yeah.
Yo, if anybody that but he be on his shit. But I don't care. I don't be caring. Yeah. I don't be taking this shit to heart like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like how my man said, like I really came up running through the street. I'm not saying like I'm the biggest, baddest motherfucker, but Fayetteville, North Carolina is no fucking playground. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's a small city with just enough bad shit to have you in a gutter somewhere. So this shit I be seeing on the action figure, that's minor leagues. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to even acknowledge that shit and take it to heart like that. But I would love to interview him because I always thought in my head, like, nobody know this motherfucker like that. Won't you? I would like to interview the nigga one day, but who knows, man? But that's the ground I want to play. So Joe Dirty, man, like I said, I would do it, man, but I don't have no middle ground with him, really.
And the thing with him, with Iron Ken, one thing I will say is he's consistent. And I ain't saying just with putting out, videos. He's just consistent with what he do. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't, you know what I mean? That's just who he is, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So, like it or not, like it or not, man. You know what I'm saying? This is who I am, man. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is, man. You know?
No doubt, man. Like I said, I didn't even take that shit to heart like that. Because be honest with you, this shit be light work. You feel me?
Yeah, for real.
But man, this is Straight Savage Podcast, man. I'm glad for all the people who's in here, man, who checked out the show this week. Give a shout out, man. If you don't know Cap, man, go over there, subscribe, man. Check him out. He's heavy on G.I. Joe, Valorverse. He do it straight from the heart. And I hope you guys all have a blessed week. I hope you covered this week as you go to work, as you go throughout your daily routines, man. Keep a murderer, thief, robber from entering your home, man, and keep you guys safe out there so we can make it back next week, man. But with that being said, until the next time, God bless. And Cap, I'm gonna keep you on for a little bit, man. I'm gonna end the stream and I'll rap with you for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Go on, get out of here! Who needs ya?